And we are back once again with Wild Beyond the Witchlight with the jumping Junipers. We are down one Garreth, but he is very much occupied. Anyway, this session, as he will be trying to find his sister. Last session, you guys ironed out the deal with Scabbeth and Nightshade inside Loomlurch, and you had a little tour of the place. Got to see some of her security measures, being the tin soldiers. You got to see there is quite a few deadly creatures out there in the gardens, and there's even the skulls of her enemies in the soil that she's growing pumpkins and cabbages with as fertilizer. You get to meet a little friendly pig called Oink, who says they have a friend in Philomena, which is one of the children in Loomlurch, and was desperate to see her. And you carried them around for a little while until you found them and gave them the pig. The children here are clearly not well looked after. They've got like cuts and bruises and burns from where they've been working the ovens and making toys with sharp tools. But nonetheless, they're trapped here. They haven't got a choice, it feels. And you started to negotiate some terms in which you could get some of these things back or released. And dealing with the boggles is one thing. These lonely creatures that are tormenting them. Then you encountered Elkhorn, and he's down in the bottom of a cell right now. And you negotiated getting him out for the dealing with the boggles. You also negotiated with getting back Hannah in exchange for maybe collecting some Jabberwock dung, or even capturing Will of the Feywild and bringing him in. And it turns out Hannah did indeed work here, and apparently she's still inside this strange dollhouse that she helped make. And feeling the desperation, I think Garreth just wanted to see his sister and make sure that she was okay. I wasn't going to take the hag's word for it, and so recalled Jack back, scaled the side of Loomlurch, entered in through a tiny window, and there he saw a strange sight. A glass bell with moths fluttering inside of it. Another aviary, similar to the ones you found in the other hag location, Bavlorna's cottage. And yes, this ornate-looking dollhouse with kind of mold and grime growing on it. And he went inside and left a message for everyone else, saying what he's up to. And in the meantime, I guess that means you guys have got other things you need to do. But one last final revelation was when you went into the painting room and you beheld the sisters, one and all, as well as their mother, the great ancient evil hag known as Baba Yaga. And yeah, it seems as though you got a good look at each of them. Including one of their younger stepsisters as well. Your plan is still to perhaps steal this painting, but it's up to you how you get that done. Right now, you're outside Loomlurch, discussing what to do.
Did we figure out which one you were supposed to steal? Is it the Baba Yaga one?
No, it's it's either Endlin or it's the younger sister, I believe. It was said in specific.
It's Scabbetha.
Scab.
They want you to steal Scabbetha's portrait.
Okay.
Her own portrait. Yeah. And of course you met Squirt the oil can. I almost forgot about him. He's very eager to get loose and go on an adventure, but seems he has some deal with the hag as well, at least temporarily.
We also gain permission to come and go as we please through most of the hut facility.
Yes, except for the third tree trunk right at the back, which,
Yeah, but who
according
goes there?
to Scabatha, is her lair. Okay, and yes, you also saw a strange rocking horse that seemed to have a hole missing in its head, and that was another way you could get back Hannah, was finding a unicorn horn and bringing it back to her. Her sister lost it, apparently, Bavlorna. One last thing. Yeah, you were told that Soapig is being very problematic for Pincushion. She's unable to even get her to come out of her room. She's like locked herself away in her cocoon, she said. Whatever that means. But she is still inside Loomlurch, and you've been asked to maybe have a word with her, see if you can get her to come around. That's everything.
All right, guys. First things first. I don't feel real comfortable leaving Garreth here by himself. So what if something happens and we're all collecting poop?
He's here with Jack.
So maybe we try to take care of as many things as possible here.
We need to go get the dung. That's the most important thing to be doing. He trusts us to get it done. If he wanted our help, he would have waited for us.
But why is it the most important thing?
Because it's one of the things that we can trade for Hannah.
So kind of like what we did with me. We need to make sure we have it by the time
Yeah.
he gets out.
It's honestly more important than anything else on our docket right now.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I would say there's things that are equal to it, but it's pretty important.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm sure Garreth will be fine. I would hope, anyways. He's capable.
Yeah, he's capable, but can't help but worry. So I guess we'll deal with the bugs later.
I will say outwardly, Baird seems utterly calm.
So we're gonna deal with the Banshees later.
The-
Oh, sorry,
I
Banshees.
think you actually ended last session. Oh, yeah. I think you did end up talking with the Banshee at the very end of last session as well. But
Yeah, he is. He's
yeah,
he's willing to
he's at
help
your
out with whatever
disposal.
we need. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's good at information gathering. He is like a spy. You've already seen his poison darts able to put people to sleep.
Yeah.
Who do we need to have spied on?
We could look for something. Rumors.
Where's he gonna find rumors? Maybe we just have him wait here. We'll be back and help us with the bottles.
Yeah. We can always just have him keep an ear out for us in the meantime and go take care of the Jabberwocky dung situation.
Yeah, if you could try to find out any information that'd be useful. Particularly if you could find out about the missing shard I'm looking for. Should be around here somewhere.
It's not here. We know it's not here because it didn't set off.
It could be like another plane of existence or whatever these hags tricks have. So if you could just keep an ear out or eye out, whatever he does.
I can look into the missing piece of ship snickersnack if you wish.
Yeah, that'd be great.
That
Very
was
well.
almost a Freudian slip of evil proportions.
Nonsense. uh, he will take a bow and begins crossing the bridge and climbing up into the nearby canopy
All right, let's go get some
and
food.
sort of disappears from out of sight. All right. Yeah. What would you like to do? You can set off now, or you can get some food before you leave. Well, up to you, really.
Well, yeah, I believe at the end of last session we had what's his name?
Chucklehead.
Chucklehead. Yeah, he was about to talk to us
Did
because
you?
we had. I think he was about to because we had moved over here.
So I'd
Okay.
want to get some candy to help blur out the boggles.
I think that was the original
Ah.
idea.
That was the original idea. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Sure.
Does Chucklehead
You
look like a
approach this.
goblin wearing a goblin thing, or does
Exactly what he looks like. I'll give you some art. As you approach, you see a goblin in pointy shoes and striped pants. He's got his arms folded, looking towards you, and you can see this kind of carved giant toffee apple, and the eyes look hollowed out, like something's nibbled their way into the center. And yeah, here he is.
Jesus.
Is he a little disturbing for you?
Looks miserable.
He's cool.
He kind of reminds me a little bit of Hurley and Burley. I don't know
little
why.
bit.
Wait, wait.
That's a little. And as you're approaching him, he does seem to have a intimidating demeanor, and yet he gives off a sort of cheerful and laughter as you're approaching. You see 3 stalls selling candies are situated in this clearing, lit by the windows of the fallen tree. Looks like 2 goblins are working each stall, and the whole enterprise is watched closely by the toffee apple-headed Chucklehead. Seems to be muttering to himself as you approach, and then sort of giggles at that as well. So like, oh yes, good idea.
We're fans of
No.
mischief. What sort of mischief are you thinking?
Oh, I didn't see you coming up on me like that. Hello, Chucklehead at your service. And how can I help you all? No mischief, no mischief.
No mischief. There's a mischief right here.
This is mischief.
Oh, your friend is called Mischief. Well, a pleasure to meet you all. Would you like to sample some of our delicious wares? Yes.
Yes, yeah.
Sample as in free.
Free? Is that how you said back in the material plane?
The implication of samples offered is usually that they're without cost.
Of course. Well then, I'm sure you'll be hooked as soon as you try some.
I knew it. He's a dealer.
Dude, he's addicted. Hey, Ulric, I don't know if you should be trying this guy's stuff, man. I don't want to see you go down that path.
Oh, come on. It's just this one time. I'll be good about it, all right? Just this one time. That's it.
Okay, this it. You try one thing, and then we're gonna go get some poo. Okay.
All right. It's an
Come,
ordinary
come,
day.
let me show you all our delicious treats. I can see your mouth is already salivating. Yes. Here, would you like to try some? Oh, he pulls out this jellied worm.
Oh,
He says, "We have jellied worms and lollipops made of only the most delicious compacted ants,
Mm.
or maybe hard candy encased in shells of beetles."
Oh, there it is. Okay. I just heard hard candy. I was like, okay, encased in beetle shells. Oh, okay, all right.
You see,
Ulric,
yeah, all the goods are sold here. They sound delicious, and you can smell their sweet scent. And yet, it seems they're made with some disgusting ingredients.
Anything with no bugs?
Goltic looks like he kind of offended by this fake. He's like, "Wait, what's wrong with bugs?"
Yeah, what's wrong with bugs?
I'm just gonna look at these two. All right. You know, Goltic, there's nothing wrong with you eating the bugs. And Ulric, there's nothing wrong with you eating the bugs, but let a guy have his preference, okay? I don't judge you two. It's just-
Nothing
Wait.
with bugs, eh? Wait, yes. No. Oh, maybe that. No. He seems to be thinking of ingredients, and every time he catches himself and realizes, nope, all bugs, everything with bugs.
bugs all the way down.
What was the first one? Is like, what was it?
Jellied
Jellied worms.
Yeah,
Jellied
can I get the
Jellied worms, yeah.
Can I get the jellied worms?
I will hand
Oh,
in
of
response to the jellied worm. I will hand a. Let me look at my inventory. What will I give him? Because I'm not out here risking Ulric.
Okay.
will
Sorry,
hand
what do you do?
I will hand him a nugget
Hand him-
of coal for a jellied worm
Oh, okay.
for
Sure.
Ulric.
He does say, no. First one's free, of course. As you said, samples, no cost. But he does hand you over a jellied worm, Ulric. Smells amazing. It's got like little sour sugar on the top as well.
Oh yeah, that's perfect. Just slurp it up.
You slurp it up, and all the sugar gets caught around your lips, which makes for a nice, satisfying taste afterwards. And yeah, you can roll me one of those wonderful D8s, the D
Oh.
fates.
I'm a fan
Goltic,
of
go
those.
ahead. Pick something you want.
Oh, are you sure,
Okay.
Vaike? Yep, we'll take anything
Yep,
you want.
Anything you
Just
want.
this
Only
once,
once.
all
This is once, alright?
Oh my
wow, you're the
god.
best, Vaike.
This is the side effect. All right, Ulric, you definitely feel like this fizzles and like you can almost taste the sour taste in your stomach as well. It's almost like there's a second aftertaste, and seems to feel like your tongue is like almost being electrified. Like this worm was actually in fact a baby eel or something. But yeah, it's delicious, and I guess just let me know anything you do going forward. This is more of a subtle effect than anything.
Okay.
It'll come up.
Okay. That was pretty good.
Yes, delicious, right? What about you, sir? And Glottic's like, I got a thing made of flies. And he goes, oh, of course, yes. And it's another lollipop, but instead of ants, it's like all squashed together flies with like
I'm gonna be
a
candy
hard
flies.
coating of candy over it. Yeah, they totally candy flies, yeah. And he hands that over to Sir Glottic, who begins licking it with his long tongue.
It's like
And Vaike, why don't you roll a d8 for Gloltic?
it's like
Come on,
candy
Ulric.
floss, but it's laced with flies.
So Gloltic,
Uh-oh.
give me a. Oh no, it's a shrink. Okay, yep. Gloltic just begins to get smaller and smaller with every lick. Every lick.
Oh my god.
Mm.
Our boy.
This is really good. Thanks. I mean, I appreciate it.
You
Pick him
feeling
up.
all right down there? How's the weather?
What the? Why am I so small? Hey, is it supposed to happen? Is this like Garreth all over again?
Are you feeling woody? Are you feeling gingerbready?
A little stiff at the joints?
No, he looks to be okay. He just seems to be getting smaller.
How small is he? Small?
And yeah, just small.
Just small, okay.
It's like the size of a child now.
Is he always a medium-sized creature, or is he a small creature?
Yeah, he was
Okay.
medium.
Okay.
I feel like he was a full head shorter than any of the party members, but he was medium.
Mm-hmm. Well,
This is just temporary, right? And Chugglehead says, no, it's a little while. It lasts as long as the tongue stays on the taste stays on your tongue.
Wait, so what happened to me?
What did happen to you? I can't say. Honestly, these candied treats, they have strange little effects here every now and again. Must be the insects. Some of them are infused with the magics of the Feywild, after all.
you guys got any candy where it keeps like pop it in your mouth and you're good to go? You just kind of leave it chilling in there.
Oh, yes, or like a gobstopper.
Oh yeah, gobstopper.
Ah, we do have some smaller ones. The larger ones are still in production in Terrace Town.
What the hell's Terrace?
We have a Terrace Town. It's a town not far from here in thither. It's where these delicious treats are made,
Mm.
and then we collect them up and deliver them here to Loomlurch.
So it's where the sweets greets the creeps.
Very good. Yes, I like it.
Right, I'll take a gobstopper for the road.
Okay, yeah. You see, this is like a hardened shell. May have been an insect shell, but yeah, it does have a sweet taste to it. Or are you just keeping it
He's
on you,
holding
not
on to
actually
it.
eating it?
I think he's holding it in case it has a useful effect later. It's,
I don't know. What if I get small? That really kind of ruins my game plan. I'll pop it in my mouth.
Or you
Why
might get
not?
enlarged.
I might get enlarged.
All right,
Pop it in my
excellent.
mouth.
Okay, yeah. 6.
6.
All around you, you see little fireflies are seemingly drawn to your presence and persist like a cloud around you, shedding bright light in a 5-foot radius and dim for an additional 5. You're just covered in fireflies, seem to be maybe drawn by your sweet scent.
Awesome.
do you
Bird
want
Notus?
one notice?
What color is this
Please
dude?
come. Sure.
What
Colour.
color is he giving
Oh.
off? He's sketchy to me, but I don't know what Notus thinks.
Okay. There is a shifting of colors. In fact, I need a perception check from you for this specific color.
Okay, that's fine.
Because
Partial?
okay. You see, he's got kind of a happy and cheerful color about him.
I want an insight check.
All
on it.
over him. Okay. You can roll an insight check.
Because I'm just sort of off to the side watching him.
11. He seems to find humor in a lot of things, even things that aren't necessarily funny. But nonetheless, seems to be quite cheerful. And although you did notice he did have like a strange sort of off-putting muttering at the first sign of him when he was like maybe talking to himself, but other than that, he seems to be very polite, happy, and cheerful around you lot.
Okay, what the hell? I'll try something. What have we got?
Yeah. Come on, Notus.
Okay.
Everyone's doing it. All the kids are doing. All the cool
Give in
kids
to
are
the
doing
peer
it.
pressure.
Yeah.
What can go wrong?
Ah, now for you, we have some delicious bursting bugs. Hmm.
What's
You
like
get like
the-
this
what-
sort of
What's the least sweet
Hmm?
thing that you have? I'm not a massive fan of sweets.
what about sour? Fan of
I'll
that?
try sour.
Okay. Yeah, in that case, then he will probably give you another. He'll give you a jellied worm as well, like dipped in sour sugar. Yeah, you can roll a d8 as well.
Come on.
Let's see what you get.
Oh, dang it. There we go.
2. Okay. As soon as this goes into your mouth, you feel your saliva like rapidly increase, and then suddenly it starts to froth up and bubble, and you begin foaming at the mouth, and it becomes
That's
very
gone
difficult
rapid, you
for
guys.
you.
They gave her rabies.
Yeah.
Oh, oh my god.
You start coughing it up. It becomes difficult for you to speak, but not impossible.
I just like the fact that it's probably coming out from beneath the mask, so it's just like.
Yeah. God, yeah, it is.
I like that she's pretty fine otherwise, just foam coming out them.
Cyanide.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Bird, you grabbing something?
Well,
How good are my acting skills if I flop on the floor?
you can roll a performance check or a
Are you a
deception
copy
check.
Vaike
Either one.
first session I was here? Pratfall?
No. Good.
Not very good. It's very obvious to everyone that you're just putting it on. And instead, Mischief just starts licking the foam off your face instead of helping.
If you would have like done go on that roll, I was gonna go punch the goblin.
Well, the funniest thing is it was almost an 18.
Oh, my.
Oh, wow. Well, Chuckhead says, I assure you your friend is absolutely fine. But a wonderful little display there. Oh, wow. I wonder if they... What would happen if they actually were dying?
Dude.
Bird, are you getting something? I think we gotta go. I think we gotta get out of here. Maybe pick something up for Garreth, and that way when we link up with him, we can give him a little treat. I know he likes his sweets.
I'll let everyone else roll an insight check as well with this guy.
I don't need to roll an insight check. I don't trust him.
You can still roll an insight.
Yeah.
I trust him.
Of course, you
I mean,
trust him.
nothing happened.
He just
to
gave
me.
you free candy.
I'm okay. I'm good.
Yeah. Just got free candy. Yeah, Vaike, you're fine. Well, you don't see anything untowards, and the candy does seem to be just little fun side effects.
See, I think you guys need to get the worms. I mean, I got the worm and I'm fine.
Chris, I'm gonna go put a hand on Ulric's shoulder. Do I pull up? Does he pull up?
You put your hand on Ulric's shoulder. Yeah, nothing seems out of the ordinary. He seems
Okay,
fine. What do you do, Ulric? You put your hand on his shoulder back, or?
Yeah, I guess so. I'll put my hand on his shoulder.
Yes, do we pull up now?
I'm gonna specifically like put my hand like on his face.
Oh no! You know that's.
Oh man!
Why are you touching me?
I was just saying that it was time to go.
Oh
that
yeah,
was
for
fun.
sure. Yeah, for sure. Then I palm his face. All right, let's get out of
You
here.
you soon discover that your fingers leave inedible stains on Vake's shoulder, on his face, on anything you touch.
Oh
You
my
stain it.
god.
I just smear my hand across his face. All right, let's go.
Congratulations, you've just become the worst thief in the world.
Oh, God.
Oh
I
my
press
god.
it to say it. Fake.
Oh.
Does it go away?
Well, I mean, yeah, if it's precipitation, yes, it
Ah.
would. But Jack would be telling you to leave it there for if he was here, I swear.
I wouldn't have seen
Oh,
it.
God. Yeah, you wouldn't have known.
All right, Bird, get something for Garreth, and we're gonna hit the road.
Yeah. When you say get something for Garreth, you would see a slight like twinge on Baird for a moment before he goes, "Yes, I'll take something you think would fit someone. Something that a fellow trickster might like, I guess."
Hello, trickster, eh? Oh. Let's see. He starts rooting around in some of the trays, and I think, yeah, he'll pull out something for him. This is, yeah, another lollipop. This one's made of compacted ants. Yeah. Is he here for your friend then? Ever come back, and we'll be happy to trade for some candy.
Of
We
course.
just might have to. Get out of here now. I don't like this guy. Come on, Gold Tick. Don't fall behind.
Do you say that inaudible, like for him to hear
Well,
that?
under my breath. If he's like
Hmm.
super perceptive, you probably heard it. But
Okay. You hear him muttering to himself briefly something.
what do you say?
Give me a perception check.
Do I hear from right here?
No, you can roll it as well. Yeah. Anyone who wants to try and hear it. 17. You hear him say, "What do you mean we'll get him later? Don't be like that."
What?
That's what you hear.
I just like walk up, I like tap him on the shoulder, and I just kind of calmly go, "You do know, strangely enough, everyone who has found a way to cross us is actually quite in a dangerous situation."
Cross you? Oh, no, I wouldn't think of it.
No, I just thought that you might enjoy a story.
A story? Well, of course. Stories are sort of a currency around here.
Baird will narrow his eyes and say, "But you didn't seem to like it, the idea of it very much. Perhaps another time."
He nods, and as you're looking at him, you sort of see his head slightly twitch, and it looks like as if he shakes his head. Maybe he is trying to shake the thought of something, but other than that, he tries to give a little wave, and that'll be him. All right, you guys are heading off towards where?
Uh,
Maybe get some poo.
Probably the most direct route to the Flying Islands is probably our best bet.
Okay. All right, let's take it to the hex scroll then.
Oh yes, Notus. You would see very clearly. Baird's emotions are stirring in a way that is very intense.
Hmm. All right. You got two ways towards the floating isles. At least where you last saw them, they were far, far away, floating some distance at the bottom of thither. Though you got, I guess, you got more than two ways. But really, I'm saying that because you've already explored the sort of center strip of thither here, this river section, Nib's Cave, etc. But you could decide to go that way, retrace your footsteps, or you could sort of explore around those areas. But you can see the hex scroll. You can tell me which direction you'd like to go.
So we need to get down to like the bottom over here.
Over here.
You should
can
see
see-
the floating isles on.
Oh, okay. So we can take.
Yeah, that's the tile.
We can take hexes we've taken before,
Yeah, we can if we want.
or we can take some new hexes.
Yeah. Right. Exactly.
All right. What are we thinking, guys? New hexes? Have a little bit of fun.
You could go a new way.
Yeah, take the unknown road.
Yep. All right, we're going here.
Okay, and you're all dead. All right.
Okay, so you'll retrace your footsteps a little bit.
Mhm.
Maybe head back towards the area where you last saw Little Oak. If you're passing by them, certainly you will see Bella kind of flutter around and,
I think we'll let them know
descend towards you.
what happened in the meantime,
Yeah,
and
she's
that like things are like currently working, but we have to like go through the motion.
Through the motion? What do you mean? Wait. Oh no. You didn't make a deal with the hag, did you?
Technically not. Well, sort of.
Technically. I hate that word in the Feywild. Look, I thought the plan was to siege the Loom Lodge, free all the children.
That's coming up.
And what now? You.
I got a
Hmm.
tour of the place. We now know what we're working with.
We got some people in there. We need to get out first. We made some allies. We got some more friends to help us when we end up sieging the place. So it's all good. Right now, we just got to take care of some business to get some things that we need. It's under control.
Ah, Bella says, you have no idea how much effort it took not to get Will in trouble. He was adamant that he was going to charge down there and use you guys taking a little tour as the means of a distraction to just get all the children out, but convinced him it was a bad idea.
Look, on our way back.
You basically owe me one.
Okay. But on our way back, we can.
And now you're doing little favors for them?
Doing chores, primarily. Technically speaking, we have no agreement to do all of them. We have a as aligned working possibility of doing a list of things. As in, it could always change should we choose it.
Just
But-
let Will know. We're gonna go take care of some business. And then when we get back, we'll talk about having a plan in place to get these kids out.
We can now come and go from there as we please. It's much easier for us to be able to set something up. Spies.
Spies. Oh. All right. I'll have to let Will know. He's not going to be happy about it. I don't know how much longer his patience will hold out. He's very eager.
Baird will say to Bella
Beleth.
before she leaves,
Oh.
Garreth went in without a sister, and we need to do the job before the hag comes back so that he doesn't get caught in an unfinished deal. He let his
I
papers...
knew it! You made a deal! She flutters off in fury, leaving behind speckles of red pixie dust.
Oh, let's keep going.
Yeah, it's probably okay.
Yep. And see a little oak looking down at you with a old and ancient, disappointed stare. All right, you guys continue moving on. Which hex next?
This one.
Okay. All right. Blindly meandering into the forest, hoping to come across something interesting. Well, let's have a look here. Why don't Ulric, you make me a D8 check.
For sure.
Why is this D6? Very strange. 8. Oh Jesus.
Uh-oh.
Okay, let me just check what that is.
Jabberwock, let's go.
No. Oh wait, not on this particular tile. If it was one like this, yes, but you're in the forest, sort of just the forest biome. So instead, this one will be okay. Cool. All right. One moment. Ah, yes. Okay. Sure, we'll go with this then. Alright, let me take you over to this map. Oh. Yeah, this looks cool. I'll just grab everyone's token. Alright, so as you coming into this clearing, you see a beautiful stream of crystal clear water running down and bouncing off the rocks. And you see the rustling of nearby ferns, tall trees with a brilliant canopy, which make this kind of dappled light dance on the pathway that you're ascending on. And as you come up towards the river crossing, the rustling up ahead in the nearby fern seems to get fiercer, as if something is violently shaking in them.
There's something shaking in the bush?
Mm-hmm.
What bush?
Several. In fact, it starts off as one that's more distant across the way, and then suddenly one either side of it seems to do that, either side of the path, and then one's from behind you as well. And before long, it feels like everything is shaking their fist at you for some reason. Like all the ferns are sort of coming alive and uprooting themselves.
I'm gonna have Vaike 2, go check that bush out. So I'm gonna have Vaike 2 walk into this bush.
Vaike 2 jump. Okay, all right. You see the fern lifts itself up out of the ground and slaps Vaike 2 across the face, which would pop
Sure,
Vaike 2, correct?
What the heck?
Has he got 1 HP,
Yeah,
right?
he's got 1 hit point.
Yeah. Okay. Another one seems to pop up behind you. Another 2, either left and right of the path. You just grab their little tokens.
Just angry little trees.
And angry little ferns, yeah, they just start coming out of the woodwork and just charging towards you. And that is when you see up ahead, emerging from one of these tall, thin trees, is an equally slim and slender figure who emerges, and she seems to have a fierce and stern look on her face. And she extends out a hand towards you, the group. And at this kind of visible command, you see all the little shrubs begin to charge forward as well. And I need you to roll initiative, and we'll see what happens.
Was there time to make a
next.
new echo in between any of that?
On the start of your turn, perhaps, but
Oh,
not right now. No. That kind of attack more or less engaged combat.
I see.
And yeah, your weapon of warning is, of course, ringing true that these hidden, which were very much indistinguishable from normal shrubs, have suddenly just launched out in an attack. So you're not surprised in the slightest. Let me check. Yeah, here we go.
Oh my god!
There's a few of them. Yeah, there's quite a lot.
A couple.
They like all rolled 19.
I know, what? Maybe they got photosynthesis. Like, gives them speed boosts. Too much
Wow.
Pokemon. Right. So let me just check what we got at the start of initiative. Yeah, would be indeed the Dryad. Okay. Alright, 1 second. Okay. So 7 of these awakened shrubs emerge from the undergrowth and surround you. Meanwhile, the Dryad, who seems to be bound to that tree in the distance, emerges, and she, with an accusing finger, points towards all of you and says, "Show these villains the true meaning of vengeance!" And she will also cast a spell on you guys. It's going to be Entangle.
Uh-oh.
See if we can catch all of you. Yep. Immediately the undergrowth reaches out to bind you to the ground. Roots, vines, creepers knot around your ankles. And those who get a... Let's have a look. Spellcasting is DC 14, so those who got less than a 14 are restrained. And Notus. And who else?
Goltic and Bird and Mischief.
Go Clapperclaw for
got it.
succeeding.
Yeah.
Okay. That'll be her go. Notus. You and Mischief are caught up in the vines, unable to move.
Question,
Nice.
what did we do? Revenge is fine, but I'd like to know what we did.
She seems to accuse you and say, "You, who are minions of the hag,
We aren't.
you do her dirty work."
We don't.
No, we serve Zybilna. This is just a means to an end. It's a... yeah.
Lies! I saw you emerge from her tree, from her lair.
I'm a terrible
You
liar.
serve her.
Just so you know.
Well, mate, let's see if you're a more. Let's see if you're a terrible persuader as well. Roll me a persuasion check with disadvantage because she is
I'm
hostile to you
100%
right
a terrible persuader. Like, that's not even a question.
now.
Yeah, see?
Always a potential.
Double twos.
Yeah. She says, "Seal your lips shut. I will not hear any more protest from enemies of the forest." And she
really
seems
don't
to.
want to have to hurt you.
Well, I should say she is. What else can she do? Just check something. Bonus action? Shenanigans?
She's a
Oh, yeah, no, she's good.
She's a caster. She's likely not got anything. Bonus action.
No, but she can do some. She can just use her movement, just movement, to do some crazy stuff. But anyway, she's going to remain there for now. But yeah, your turn is spent trying to persuade and turn her, like, bring her around, trying to explain the situation.
It's
And you
living
see the
grass.
vines-
Kind of, it feels mean to, you know. It feels wrong.
I imagine the vines gonna like wrap up around your throat, trying to squeeze it tight so as to stifle your lies, as she so puts it.
It's fine. It's just foam
But
at this point. It
otherwise-
just squeezes out more of the foamy stuff.
Yeah.
While Notus is trying to persuade her, just just talking through foam.
Yeah. She's like,
that
the
one?
corruption spreads. Kill it. Mischief trying to do anything as well?
Can Mischief at least try to get free of the vines?
Yeah. So you can roll me a strength check with Mischief.
Yeah.
Mm,
14.
that is just enough.
Woo!
You see Mischief like muscles bulging and pops open the vines. They are free to move. If they want to move this turn as well, they can. Oh wait, no, you're stuck where you are though. So if Mischief moves, you'll be basically pulled away and like held there in a noose.
Yeah, no, we're staying put. I just wanted him to be able to move.
All right. Okay. Baird, your turn.
Yeah, Baird will continue what Notus is doing and basically just call out, "We are agents of Zybilna. We're trying to find things that were stolen from us by the hags long ago. We have no reason to desire them. We brought back to life the dryad that was holding Agdon through a gift. We are a friend of the forest and have helped it in many ways already. And we will not harm it today just because you insist on harming us."
Okay, roll me another persuasion check with disadvantage. All good points. Okay, it's a 16. Wow. Still not bad for rolling an 8. At the mention of... Let me just check something. The mention of the other dryad, her eyes seem to go wide and raises an eyebrow. Word has reached me of the tree of hither. That was you?
The jumping Junipers. The command of
gives
Vaike
pause
Iron
for-
Body.
Fake iron. She looks around to the rest of the group.
Oh,
Sort
what
of
about me?
seeing you. She looks towards you as well, then I guess.
The wielder of Snickersnack.
Oh yeah, this bad boy. That's pretty cool.
Her
Does Vaike
eyes
just not know
narrow
what's
at the
happening?
twisting.
Are you talking about my sword? Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just trying to be nonchalant, you know.
The eyes do narrow at the twisting vines around your fist, which she can clearly discern from her own. And by extension, she seems to raise up her hand and drops the spell. The entangle around you seems to retreat back into the earth and into the soil. You are no longer restrained, Notus. Let's have a look. For a brief time, she just sort of stares there, watching your next move, but doesn't have any of her awakened shrubs attack. They just sort of surround you a little bit. So they just kind of gather around, pointing sharp twigs at you, but they don't attack. They just sort of get close. Is anyone else going to do anything untowards towards the plants or the druid or the dryad? Sorry.
I'm gonna make a new Vaike too. If that's
Okay.
alright.
You can do that. Anything on Ulric's turn, real quick? Okay, and then I'll end the combat. Jumping junipers. That's what you call yourselves?
After an owlbear cub who brought us together.
She steps forward and says, "My name is Meadowleaf. I misunderstood others who work for the hag. They only emerge to terrorize the forest, stealing children, corrupting fairy rings. I saw you speaking with the Banshray. He is responsible for sapping the nutrients and life from the soil, shriveling that poor fairy ring.
He is no longer under the hag's control. We were able to get him out of his deal. Because we stayed our hand and chose not to kill him. We do not wish harm upon anyone should we have an ability to avoid it.
Well,
Except the hags, of course.
I do want to punch a hag in the face
Said it, no one
really
believed
bad.
me.
Look, Notus, look, you don't got a believable face, okay?
Don't have a face on show, period.
Exactly.
See the point.
But right now we're trying to find some Jabberwocky dung. Because my friend's sister was taken by the hag long ago. And he has left us. To retrieve her. And we need to make sure that we have it so when he gets back we can get her back.
You are trying to make change here. Trying to do right. I'm afraid for some of us, it may be too late.
It's never too late for change. For even those who have never seen or been allowed the change they deserve can still fight for it in a meaningful way.
I don't think you fully understand. I am without my tree, without my home.
Oh, is that the
My
one with the
beloved
hags?
has withered.
Is that the one the hag's
She-
living in?
She seems to hang her head. And as she looks back up, you see she is fighting tears and perhaps sunken into a despair.
Where is your tree?
You said, "It lies, rotting, hollowed out, corrupted by the hag, and used as a staging ground to only perpetuate her despair and misery."
Oh, don't worry. We're working on an eviction notice for her. Don't worry about that.
How long do you have?
As long as my soul will it. But it is still too late for me.
Is there a way that we can help you or avenge you? The Baird will step forward and hold out a willing hand.
The only thing I care about now is vengeance for my beloved. That hag needs to see her end. It's her turn to fall and rot in the soil.
I can promise you that it's a goal we share. We won't enjoy their suffering any longer. And I do not wish any others to suffer like we have. And I can promise you, as
The-
someone who has a long-standing knowledge of suffering,
The shrubs seem to part the circle, leaving you room to sort of approach if you wished as you're reaching out. You can see she still has sort of a fist balled up. Several of her, upon a now closer inspection, now that you're right up 5 feet from her, you can see that her form is one that is fading, slightly discolored, and she looks dry as well. Yes. She's not had perhaps the best rest in recent times. Maybe it's a side effect of losing her tree, but I think you already understand intrinsically how dryads work from the last one that you spoke with. And that is that they are completely bound by their tree, and once their tree is deceased, they too will fade and one day pass away.
do you have any seeds from your tree?
She shakes her head. No. The hag made sure to be rid of those as well.
Is it possible she may have taken them and done something to them?
She thinks for a moment. I dread to think what she's done. If anything, she would have likely corrupted those as well.
Baird sort of pensively thinks. Through an odd set of circumstance, I have come into possession of a seed that smells of the hag, as it were. Could it be purified?
Purity? I have not heard that word whispered in these woods for a long time. I do not know if there is such a thing left.
If I were to show you a
Before
seed,
long,
would you recognize it?
I may
Baird will
I
reach
would
into
be
his.
able to speak with it.
Baird would say, "Now be careful. It's a seed born of misfortune. But if it's just from your tree, it may be a hope, despite what it initially appeared to be." And he will reach into his bag and pull out the corrupted seed.
Hmm. She recoils upon sort of seeing it, even though it seems to be as identical to the other golden acorn that you had, and yet she seems to be repulsed by it. And as she does so, you can hear the rustling and crinkling of dry leaves from her mouth as she opens it. And you see her almost like visibly age as well. Her eyes kind of sink, her features become more gaunt and withered. She says, This one is cursed as well. It is too late for both of us, it seems. I dread what I would become once my tree fell. I was once a spirit of joy and love, and now all I seek is vengeance, and I cannot shake that emotion. So long as it is perhaps directed towards some good, then maybe I won't go mad. But this one has given in to its corruption. The curse has taken hold.
I apologize.
It seeks only to spread as much misery as the hag that has touched it.
You know, I might know a place where we can cleanse it. Remember at the when we met that unicorn? When I went into that water, like my curse went away.
It might, but
So
it's dangerous.
We can dunk it in there. Put it on the docket, you know.
It's worth a try. Presuming Lenore is willing.
Can I make this jump? It's like what, 10 feet? Alright, I'll make
Yeah,
the
you
jump.
can. You can hop across.
I'll have Goltik do the same.
Mm-hmm. No problem.
Baird will lean forward and putting his hand over his heart and say, I can swear to you we will do everything in our power to help, and should we fail, to avenge you. From a hand of Zabilna to one of her subjects, we may be the hope that everyone so called for.
She seems to almost stretch up and look down at you, sort of perhaps judging your words. But give me a persuasion check, a flat one this time. He says, looking straight down and says, "Well, then I will aid you. If it is bringing about the end of this hag, perhaps I can be of assistance."
We plan on eventually finding a way to save the children from her. Perhaps reuniting with Little Oak and Will, we may be able to build a group fierce enough to save as many as possible. Maybe even deal with the hag here.
Hmm.
Do not know if it would work, but perhaps coming together might be part of the solution. The people of the Feywild are as much its will as anywhere else here.
She says, "There is perhaps hope in seeds after all. I'm thinking that I could spell some seeds with some magic. There is a great-grandfather tree not far from here. I can lead you to them. With their seeds, I may be able to lend some of my magic in assistance against the hag."
Hmm.
But I hear they've been having some trouble recently.
Trouble, Vaike.
The pixies, yes, the pixies there have been recently under duress. By what force, I'm not sure, but I've heard their call for help as well.
What say you, Vaike? People who
The
need help?
people in help. You know where I'm gonna go.
Have you seen any Jabberwock dung as well?
Hmm. Not on the forest floor, no. The only time the Jabberwock lands is to hunt.
Well, let us go to this grandfather tree for the moment. But we need to make it to the floating isles soon. Or we could meet you at the grandfather tree as soon as we're done with our excursion.
Hmm. Very well. She gives you a very dried leaf that she kind of plucks from her withering form and hands it to you and says, "Place this upon still water. It will point you towards the grandfather tree. I will await you there."
Baird will nod and place the leaf in his box.
With that, you see she sort of turns and struts off towards this nearby tree trunk and seems to meld and vanish into it, disappearing from sight. And the rustling of the nearby ferns goes quiet as well as you see them plant themselves back into the ground.
Grow well, little ones of the forest.
Seriously, how do you do that?
Huh?
Every time!
Yeah, I know. I want to punch something in the face, and it's like, oh, we're friends now.
No,
I
no,
gotta
no,
go
it's a
save.
good skill to have. I'm just wondering how he does it.
I have a lot of practice meeting people.
So what are we doing? We gotta go punch some pixies or help some fairies. What's happening?
We need to get the excrement, and we will meet the Dryad back whenever we have Garreth again.
All right. Onward. How you doing on that, Ulric?
Oh, this one's still around my neck.
Oh, hey. Isn't he supposed to super small too? Still?
Oh yeah, that's why. Yeah, he's like shrunk down for like the next hour or so. This awakened shrub like hops off, and Gultic's breath. Okay, I'm good. I'll just consider that a very tight, friendly hug. A goodbye. Yeah.
Good way to look at it.
The awakened shrub like gets two twigs like a fork, like gestures towards where its eyes would be, and Josh gestures back towards you guys as he's backing away and slinking into the shrubs.
So menacing.
Yeah, right. Don't get on the wrong side of the trees, I guess. Whew. All right. Yep. Let's hop to it.
Hop to it.
Oh yeah, whenever he answered your question, Notus, Baird didn't look you in the eye, as it were. Like, he didn't look at you.
Oh. No.
It's okay, you can't look me in the eye anyway.
I meant metaphorically.
I know, I'm trying to lighten the mood.
Oh lord. All right. Onwards to the next hex you go then. This one got a little river on it. So it seems. Check what we got in here. Mm-hmm. I've done the river crossing before.
I would also think that, Notice, at this point you see that Baird hasn't let go of the eerie token that Garreth left. Like, it's just clenched in a fist that he hasn't let go of.
The tooth, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're holding on to it. Hoping for any kind of message. Hoping he's changed his mind and aborted the idea of trying to go alone. But it is simply silence. Nerve-wracking silence. Okay. What's up ahead? About this point, someone can roll me a survival check to start scouting out where the floating isles potentially are.
I got this.
God damn.
13?
I can give you a bardic int if you want, but would that be meaningful, Chris?
Let me check what the old DC is. You need. Do you need?
A 13?
Is that 13? Yeah, you're gonna need. Yeah, you will. Yes, you will.
So bardic ints?
Yep, that will make a difference.
W.
Hey,
19.
very nice. Big dub. All right, excellent. Yeah, it's during this kind of river crossing where there's a clearing in the canopy and you're able to see out into the open sky. There, against the twinkling twilight, you do see silhouettes of giant floating rocks in the distance. And you also, with that survival check, You also get the smell of sweet candy in the air. It smells like you're getting closer towards like that same candy that you were just eating at the candy store. It's like that smell as well. Almost identical. Yeah. Let's see. You do need to cross back over this river, though. It's moving quite rapidly. It's a little bit dangerous. One would estimate the water is probably moving quite fast enough that you would need to like swim against the tide. And it's about 60 foot in width.
Wouldn't it be convenient if someone had a raft?
Or a portable hull that
That's true.
people with the
Portable
swim
hull.
speed could hold for 2 minutes while they swim across.
It's very true.
Well, I mean,
All right, back in the hole we go. Wait, no, I'm the one who can swim.
Yeah, we could have.
do I still have my swim speed, Chris?
Yeah, your swim speed of 20, yes.
I still do.
Glortic's like, oh, I can still swim faster than you, though.
Well, I won't take up more air in the hole, you know?
I mean, I think Goltic can get over in like less than 30 seconds if he jumps first and then gets across.
I want to go for a swim.
I can handle it.
I want to swim.
All right.
No, go take me and you're both swimming.
Okay.
We could just, tie the raft to like you two and Mischief and get everyone across at once.
Oh yeah, we can do that.
Then everyone gets to swim.
Or I can pack a sled dogs.
That's true. We do have 3 creatures with a swimming speed.
We got 3
Perfect.
frogs. I'm an honorary frog.
Okay, yeah. I think this is a non-issue. I think we were discussing a non-issue.
Cool. There we go.
Time
No
me up.
problem. Whip out the raft, tie it to Vaike, Mischief, and Glortic, and you 3 can give strength athletics checks.
All
I'll
right.
roll for Glortic.
Uh-oh.
Oops. Uh-oh.
Wow.
Uh-oh.
That's
Oh my god! None of that! None of those is
Like,
that is
None of...
that's
Can I
impressive.
use my action surge to roll again?
You could use Tactical Mind.
I
Tactical
could use
mind.
tactical
If you don't-
mind. Sure, why not?
Yeah.
New feature. Let's use it.
Yeah,
Let me burn
sounds
use.
fitting.
Do I roll? Is it the D10 plus my fighter level, or is it just the D10?
It says you roll a d10 and add the number rolled. So yeah, just a
Alright.
d10.
All right. There we go. 18.
Okay, that does make it a success. Thank God someone succeeds. Glortic and Mischief, they do get completely caught off guard by the tide. It is so fast. As soon as you get into the river, it starts to sweep them across, and you can see they very quickly they're kind of gone into a diagonal swim. They're like like trying to swim against the pressure. But Vaike somehow overarm breaching into your
I was thinking a double
Mhm.
breaststroke, just straight down, straight line, just going.
just
Nothing's
going
stopping
like
me.
all right. Absolutely. Mischief just sort of maybe just gives up. It's not that their ability is not there. It's just
a toad.
Just haven't got the
slowly,
motivation.
moving in the water slowly
It's all right.
downstream.
I got more than enough for the rest of us.
In Mischief's mind, this is like this is the best time ever. Finally, he's in water. You know, like he doesn't want to get out, so he's trying to make it last as long as possible. But that does make up more than enough for the others who are just lagging behind. Glortic's like, I can't keep this thing up. I don't want to drown.
You breathe.
I can't drown.
I can't drown.
Come on.
Almost drowned, like falling into the water as he like gets to the edge. We see the bubbles reach the surface.
Yeah.
before he resurfaces. Wait a minute.
He's like
With me.
sputtering, like,
In
then he's like,
sync,
wait a
Ulric,
minute.
come on.
Yeah, Glottig, like, yeah, sort of starts to go into a double breaststroke, like copying your technique. It's like, all right, yes, this is working. It's just this heavy armor is really weighing me down. I've not had to swim in this stuff before, but whoa.
We'll have to start
And
putting
he's got
that
the
into
heavy
your
shield as
training.
well.
Strongheart made me do that.
Yeah.
We had heavy armor swimming practice every Wednesday.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, we did.
Inside joke.
Do I know I had to go over my Strongheart schedule with you?
Do I know if this is true?
That's what I'm saying. Inside joke.
This is 100% true. It's 100% true.
I don't know. It
It's
sounds
100%
kind of
true.
sketchy, even for Strongheart.
It's true according to these insight checks.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll keep my mouth shut then. More foam.
But the foam does probably start to wear out by now, and so does Glottig. You know, that's why Glottig's having a hard time. I just realized
he's
it's 'cause
small,
he's
yeah.
shrunk.
Oh, she's small, yeah.
He goes into the water, so about to drown right before he like regains his size. It's like, wait a minute.
Mm. Yeah, he just gets up out of the water, and then you see his like full length body again. He's like, that's better. Thank God that was just temporary.
Oh, you've grown so much since I've last seen you.
Yeah, I guess so. It's all the training.
Well,
Yeah.
They grow up so
The
fast.
training regime works.
Look, Goldtick, you're lucky.
We do.
I don't have you doing what Strongheart had me doing, okay? Mondays, you know what we were doing? We were doing physical labor. He would have me rake the leaves wearing all my armor, have me clean the house wearing all my armor. Tuesdays, I would be doing swimming in armor. Wednesdays, I had take Elvish class. God, that sucked. You don't want to know the rest
Thursdays
of it.
were where he was hitting the training dummy for 3 or 4 hours.
3 or 4 hours. More like 14 hours.
Just because you're trying to impress Strongheart doesn't make it any better.
I was trying to impress him. I couldn't eat if I didn't do this.
More like missing the target dummies. You hear Jack's voice on the wind.
Oh, who's that? Where is he? I miss him.
The river crossing is successful, and you pack away the raft. And on the other side, you can start to see little flagstones and markers, and a signpost which says Terrace Town. And yeah, you can see like a signpost just leading you towards this little village, and the sweet smell of candy is wafting from this location.
Is that up towards the islands, or is that the other way?
This is on this tile here, really.
Oh,
But yes, it is nearby, very close to the floating isles, as it happens.
well, at least we found Terrace Town. But I think we need to pass it by for now.
I would feel bad if we went there without Garreth. He's the sweet guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's sort of like
always
on the
been.
way, so you'd be passing right through Terrace Town to get to the isles.
All right,
Basically.
Ulric, look at me. We're not gonna get sidetracked. We're walking straight through. All right, we'll get some candy when we have Garreth with us. Okay?
Not even just one. Just
No. Look at me. Come on.
Yeah.
You know how mad he would be if we came here without him?
Ulric. Garreth needs us.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
I bet there's something even more tasty up in the floating isles, though.
I don't know.
Before long, you start finding yourself walking on a wooden bridge, and it sort of ascends over hillocks and houses. And you're coming in from the north side, so yeah, these rickety little bridges connect these houses on these big burrows, and you can see the little wooden carvings of doors and windows, and you can hear the chitter chatter of goblins going about their business, and some of them are carrying little baskets or carts of ingredients. And you see children sort of playing around in the dirt. But these goblins seem to be living here in relative peace. But there is one, out of all that, there is one perhaps sign of discord, and that is this goblin over here seems to be trying to get into this more like fortified house. It's got like a goblin guard outside, and he's like kind of big gestures with his hands, almost like pleading with the goblin. And the goblin seems to be shaking his head and not allowing him entry or something.
None of our concern. Let's keep going. As we walk by,
Alright.
Chris, can I try to make a perception check to see what's going on?
Yes, you can. Go ahead, roll a perception check.
12.
Okay, pretty good. And Baird got a 17 as well. Okay. There is let's see.
The jumping Junipers. We love our rumors.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. So he seems to be trying to get an audience with a goblin by the name of Lobana, and he's saying like, please, let me just speak to Lobana, please. And you see the goblin guard saying, I'm sorry, there's nothing we can do. We've tried, and we're not gonna cross the hag. And he's like, but she might have my daughter. I haven't seen her in so long.
Sorry.
There was a goblin child. There was a goblin child at the
What was your daughter's
there
name?
was. Oh, Yavelda.
Yep.
She's been missing for some time, and
We'll return
I've been
her.
trying to find her.
We'll be back here in Terrace Town soon.
You've seen her?
She's alive.
Where is she?
She's with the hag.
Oh, I knew it. See, why wouldn't Lobana believe me?
We'll get to the bottom of this, and we'll find a way to rescue her. But you need to be patient with her. We currently have business that we need to attend to first.
Well, I hope be in your debt. My name's Benzie.
Very good to meet you.
I'm one of the candy makers here. I'd happily supply you with a lifetime supply if you got back my daughter. It's the only thing I can offer for the only thing I love.
Seems fair. We'll be back.
Just meet us here when we come back. We may not have your daughter the next time, but it would give us another chance to figure out exactly what's going on. But we'll have her within... We'll likely have her within the next few times we visit.
Okay. Yeah, he seems to be ever so grateful, and falls to his knees and is like, "Oh, I'm." He's trying to find the words. Please, just bring her back safe, and
We will.
And don't let the hag do anything to her.
We'll do everything we can. And Baird will sort of hold his hand in a salute, and like a kind of that sort of hand over heart, earnest, assurance.
Okay.
Before he'll return to the group and say, For now, we need to keep going.
Yeah, sure. Do you cross the rest of the bridge?
Mm-hmm.
You kind of pass through the bustle of the town, and you can see there seems to be some sweet scent in the air, the sugary aroma, but it's just barely masking like the distant, sort of lingering rot of the rest of the forest around you. And
Must be strange seeing multiple crowned individuals just walking through town after Zaelong's been gone for so long.
for certain, yeah, there's some kids who come out into the open and they're like looking in awe at you. And just as you're getting the attention of everyone, you see Benzie kind of rushing up behind you and saying, "Wait, wait! Take me with you! I want to help get my daughter back."
If you want to help, stay here and keep walking.
We have to do something dangerous first. We can come back to get you soon.
Dangerous? Like what?
Let's just say it's shitty business. I'll keep walking.
High five! I'll put my hand up to
And
Vaike.
I'll give him a high five.
Does he get smeared with stuff still?
Yeah, he does.
I
Leaves a
assure
stain
you-
on his hand.
I assure you, as an agent of Zaelong. And then I turn and walk away before you can question the fact that
Yeah.
I've said I'm an agent of Zaelong.
Okay, sure thing. All right.
We gotta keep the
You
rumors
head
growing
off.
that they're agents of Zaelong just doing shit. And I say that loud enough to where the crowd hears.
Yeah, there is some like murmur and chatter amongst the bustle. Certainly. Amazing.
Zaelong's returned. What's going on? Agents of Zaelong.
Maybe they'll put an end towards this languishing suffering. Maybe they'll cleanse the inescapable decay spreading throughout thither. And yeah, there you see.
As I am walking away, I will play those few notes, like the beginning of that song, as if it's like their murmuring is the call, and then this is the return.
Interesting. Yeah. There's perhaps little who still remember the song, but maybe you just hear it in the distant sounds of the trees, the whistling of the wind.
There's that one old timer who remembers it.
Yeah.
His eyes fill up with light for a second. He's like, "What?" Some Ghibli movie is happening behind us that we're just not paying attention to.
All right. So passing through the town, you eventually come up towards the massive floating isles. Now, as you're approaching, the cluster of rocky earth moats seem to be a lot higher than what they were when you were far away. But this close, you see they are probably nearly 100 feet above the woodland canopy, marvelously suspended in midair. And you just see flickers of movement between the isles, and shadow and sunlight bounce off the fade, darting between the land masses. And your eyes just catch there is a viney tether, seemingly the only way up, hanging from one of the larger islands, stretching all the way down to the forest floor.
Wait, do we have to climb? Guys, I can't climb.
If we make our way to that tether, Is it sturdy?
Okay, yeah, you come around and the vine is triple vined. Basically, there's like a coil of 3 vines all entangled together that seem to coil all the way up to the great heights. You tug on it, and it doesn't feel like it's gonna budge anytime soon. It's got some slack on it, but it does feel like very hardy.
Can.
Uh,
So, what? My left hand is still slippery, right?
yes.
So, can I try to climb it?
You can, but it'll be like a sort of one-handed climb with the vine, with the one hand. It's
Yeah, I
doable.
could do
Like
it. I could
you
do
can climb with one hand,
Mm-hmm.
but
Who's the strongest
it
here?
does look like a fall from that height would be potentially deadly.
Ulric, do you
I'm not
still
worried
have the
about that.
pixie dust?
Yeah.
Perhaps in case of emergency you could have it on hand. But you could crawl up with the portable hole with the rest of us inside. And have
Yeah. I can
How
do
tall
tall
of
of
a
a
that.
climb? How tall of a climb is it?
100 feet climb.
Is there gonna be enough air in there for everyone? So we gotta take into
For
consideration
10 minutes.
Goltic, Mischief, Bird.
You'll take Mischief Bear the Vaike.
I'm climbing.
Okay, so 3 creatures in the portable
So that'd
hole.
be
That'd be like
3.3333 repeating. Which is actually really relevant. Actually, it may be worth risking our lives on just having 3.333333
Because of the number.
because of the number.
right. So you're
Infinite
saying
threes.
there's 3 minutes of air, is what you're saying?
3 minutes, 30 seconds, 33 seconds.
Milliseconds,
0.3333 repeating.
Okay. Well, Notus doesn't need air because they can.
Mm-hmm.
So really, it's just Gloltic and Bird
And Mischief.
Clapperclaw doesn't
and
breathe,
Mischief.
right?
I mean, it's probably a good idea if I climb with whoever's climbing in case something bad happens.
You wanna
Claw
pick-
doesn't need to breathe.
You want to piggyback right?
Clapperclaw does not need air.
I'm an acrobat. I can climb.
Oh,
That is a point to Notus's side. So I think Notus or Ulrich should be the climbers. Perhaps both.
so then just Bird, Mischief, and
And
Clapperclaw,
Mischief.
and Goldtick in the hole.
Okay. Bird, Mischief, and Bird, Mischief, and Gloltic and Clapperclaw. So you have 3 minutes and 33 seconds to get up there, which it's like 200 feet, effectively, because it's hard, difficult terrain when you're climbing. So 200 divided by, well, like 30.
35, approximately. 35 turns.
35 turns. Be like 7 turns.
Yeah.
6 or 7 turns, roughly. Which is more than enough time to get up there.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I think we have plenty of time under that context.
Okay, then. So, those attempting to climb can give me athletics checks.
All right.
Can I
Oh
not
my
use
God.
acrobatics?
I'm gonna rage.
It says athletics for this climb. I'd imagine if you were balancing, sure, but
Well, then this might not go
this
as
is
well as I
definitely a
hoped.
strength check. can't believe Vaike just rolls on that one. Oh my god.
Of course, the guy trying
Oh my
to
God.
climb up with one hand just fall.
Can I use action
Athletics,
surge
I'm
to
an acrobat.
reroll that? Can I use action surge to reroll that? Is that possible?
You've got proficiency with athletics. Notice. So you've got +3, not +1. So that's an 7. So no, you cannot action surge to make rerolls.
I cannot.
I'm afraid.
Can I use?
No.
So is one a fail automatically, or
1 is not only a fail, it's like
it's okay? So even
Really
The
bad.
super fail.
even if I use my tactical mind and I get like a +7 and I make it a 15, it's still an automatic fail.
you could get that. You could get that higher, yes, if you want to try.
Would that save me, or since it's a 1,
It's-
I'm already failed?
You could roll really high. No, an automatic fail is only on like attack rolls. Like if you
Okay.
roll a 1, it's auto fail. But
It
yes,
just
you
really
can
likes you
potentially
to
get it.
fail if you roll a 1.
All right.
Mhm.
Oh,
Well, I'll take an
So
18.
9 and 18. That's a natural success. Tactical mind coming in clutch. Okay. Okay. In that case, when you feel your hand slipping, how do you actually hold on tight?
How do I hold on tight?
What is it that works? Yeah,
I
what is it that
don't-
changes this terrible fall into a like moment of clutch?
I think it's definitely not vague. I think it's Snicker Snack. I think an extra little vine comes out and grabs on and helps him up.
Amazing. Does it grab around via your neck?
Yeah.
Cool. It's almost like strangling you. Like, what are you doing? Don't be so stupid. And then, yeah, like as you're like choked there for a moment, you reattach your grip to the vine, and then take another breath. There's a lot of choking today's episode. Ulric, on the other hand, what is your wild surge? A 7.
It was the vines that surround me when I'm on the ground.
so it's
Oh,
basically-
amazing. Well, that's kind of perfect in the way that you're like attached to a vine right now.
Yeah.
And it's like as you're touching this, it's like your body reacting to the Feywild. There is perhaps some power within these vines. Who knows? They're magic. It does say they're actually magical vines, and so definitely as you're grabbing hold of them, they react and seem to twist around you, coiling. And yeah, you have your own vines that almost act as like a safety net, and they pull you up all the way to the top. And then finally, Notus 5 is a pretty bad fail.
Does Ulric's high success maybe help with Notus?
No, they're gonna fall this many feet unless you have something.
90 feet?
Yeah.
I was gonna say if I'm
Mhm.
close enough
60 does.
to...
There it is.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
Notus has it.
Oh,
No problem.
okay.
Oh, Notus
Yeah.
would be fine. Notus can just repeatedly attempt to climb now.
Yeah. Imagine when Vaike and Ulric get to the top, as you get right up there, you see there is a blistering display of colors and lights, and it kind of catches you off guard as spells fly past your faces, and you kind of back away a moment, and as you do, you almost accidentally kick some rocks off the side, and they come colliding towards Notus, knocking you free from the vines. But being an Air Genasi, you feel the wind beneath your arms, and it catches you aloft like wings,
Can I
and you begin to float all the way back down to the bottom.
because it was 90 feet from the top, right? Did I have enough time to
Yes.
reach over the edge into Thorn Whip Notice back up?
Hold them 10 feet with Thorn Whip.
Yeah, because they were at 90 feet. Holding the last 10 with a Thorn Whip.
Make an attack roll, and we'll see if you can hit them.
Yeah.
With Thorn Whip. Hey, nice.
Can I make it do like no damage?
That's more than enough.
Is that possible?
Thorn Whip is just that, thorn. No, it takes damage. I'm gonna say Notus does take the damage, but
Can I do
at least
like non-lethal minimal 1 damage?
you take 5 damage. Sorry, Notus, but nonetheless, you see that just as you're about to float all the way down to the bottom, a thorny vine just whips out towards you and grabs a hold of your arm, and you can pull yourself up towards Vaike if you wish.
Sorry.
I can try.
Yeah, no, you're fine after that. You're light as a feather at this point. So Vaike just pulls you all the way up. No problem.
It's like fishing.
Excuse me?
Oh, sorry about the little bit of damage. I just
That's fine. It's better than being a pancake on the floor.
Yep. Couldn't agree with you more.
Everyone gets
Alright.
on the portable wall.
Oh yeah, let's get him out of the hole, Ulric.
Oh yeah.
Gold ticks. It's the second time I nearly suffocated today.
Why were you holding your breath the whole time? We had plenty of time.
Oh. Wait, really? Oh, man. He did just hold his breath for like 2 minutes. Usually can do with a constitution of 13.
Good job.
It was really dark and I was kind of scared, so... and Mischief let loose some fart and his breath stinks.
Notice you have like a way to freshen up his breath.
I prestidigitate Mischief.
Do I look like an air freshener to you?
You know? I'm not gonna answer that.
Okay, what the hell is going on up here, though?
Yeah, there's like spells flying at us. What's happening?
It's the 3 wizards
Yep.
playing keep the spells off the ground, and one of them gets vaporized in front of our eyes.
Not quite. This might
The entire time, that's what it is up here.
this might ruin some PCs.
Uh-oh.
Sorry in advance.
What does that mean?
I'm saying it's gonna be hard on your PC, your computer.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god, what's happening?
You enter into a war zone as you arrive at the top.
Oh, is
This
this
is where you should be.
sprites for fighting?
Dude, we're in a
Yep. There is indeed an absolute turf war going on. Good lord. The spells are flying everywhere. Okay, let's check something. Once everyone's loaded in. Dazzling spells zip and zap as tiny winged fae swarm about the floating islands. The cries of battling pixies and sprites blend with the crashing of arrows and spells, building a din that blankets the floating landscape. The foliage is lush and beautiful, air crisp and warm. It would be a serene, if not for the battle currently raging across it. A bright pink spell, Foom, flies slamming into a tree with a sharp crack. And you hear the pixies like, "Get down! Get down!" Another one's like, "Ah! I can't feel my legs!"
Oh my god.
Oh my god!
It turns out that he was hit with like a spell that turns his legs into like it just temporarily turns his legs into fudge. Like
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's not really his legs blown off. He's just sort of like, you look at his legs and they just seem to be made of candy. Yeah, they're like 2 little candy sticks. It's like, it's all right. It's just fun. We need evac.
a little pixies with a little stretcher come out of nowhere.
Do we see poop anywhere?
Yeah, little.
I don't want to get in the middle of this.
Honestly, Baird, A Baird actually might genuinely. I have an idea that might actually work.
Oh man! All right.
Baird is going to.
Walter's like, should we take cover?
Baird is going to put his fingers into a basically he basically makes the loudest whistle possible to get the attention of any commanders out there, any leaders, and he goes.
Mm-hmm.
He just holds up a hand like a referee, and he goes, "Under the orders of Zybilna, I command a parley. Bring forth your leaders for discussion."
Your whistle is loud enough to be heard by some of the nearby pixies, but the din of battle does seem to drown out your voice such that it doesn't reach all the way across the aisles, and the fighting does continue further out. But one of them does flutter nearby and says, "I am Commander Carnate. Report. What are the orders from Zybilna?"
A parley between the commanders.
A parley?
All side.
I'm not sure about that. We're a little bit occupied right now, and the sprites aren't listening to any reason. They've invaded our home and taken over. We're trying to claim back land right now.
That's why it needs to be a
come into
discussion.
here. And she calls you into this trench, and you see more sparkling fairy dust raining around you as Loltic makes no hesitation to dive into the bunker.
Sure.
Quick! We can talk over here. It's safe.
Wait, do I see any poop out here?
Not initially, no. And there's so much dazzling colors going on that it's hard to tell. But I mean, there's craters and earth is being kicked up. Maybe across some of the islands, there's potentially some dung, but not
Actually,
initially, not at first glance.
I'm going
no.
to go out to this sort of middle, and I'm going to cast minor illusion up into the middle air where everyone can see it. A minor illusion of Zybilna with a non-verbal command for stop, hand up in the air.
Okay, as you jump into the middle, you are going into no man's land, or rather no Fae's land. Roll me a D100 as soon as you step out here.
Oh no.
Or 9.
90? Or was that
9?
9. 9. Oh, okay, you're all right. There is no complication this time, but spells do whiz and fly over your head, and you're having to duck as you try to bring out a minor illusion.
I can also.
What do you make the illusion of?
I can either. Okay. It's of Zybilna. It's basically Zybilna's image, non-verbally commanding them to stop. Stop the battle.
Okay. And there is a moment where two nearby.
As I do, my robe gets covered in symbols of Zybilna that we've seen up to now, and shimmer, similar clothing and aspects. My robe becomes that of a true agent of Zybilna, as it were. I am her stand-in.
Okay. There is a brief moment when all fighting suddenly stops for a moment. You see little pixies and sprites' heads pop out from beneath cover, and they're looking in awe. It's Zybilna. What? She's here in the flesh. And then suddenly, it's 56, an errant spell catches you in the mayhem, and you see the rocks nearby Zybilna start to levitate off the ground, and several of them pass through the mirror, the minor illusion,
I'm not trying to
And I'm
convince
afraid they're
her
like,
it's really Zybilna.
Wait a
I'm
minute.
using her image as a point of authority.
okay.
I'm not trying
Nonetheless,
to see.
nonetheless, the pixies on your side that you hear, you're like, it's just the sprites tricking us. They're trying to get us to stop fighting so they can launch an ambush. Don't trust them. And meanwhile, you probably hear the same sort of sentiment from the sprites as well. And they're like shouting, don't let them trick us. They're trying to say that we're tricking them as a trick. Those tricksy pixies. And more flying spells start raining around you, Baird. And no, I'm afraid they are not seemingly stopping because of Zybilna's presence here. And they're gesturing you over, but whilst Baird is doing that and having, I'm afraid, no effect on the fight that's taking place, she says, if you're agents of Zybilna, you can tell these sprites that they're in the wrong and they're stealing from our land. Who's here? Who here is in charge? Who's your reporting? Who am I reporting to here?
I guess me.
You the lieutenant?
I'm her right hand man.
Oh. Well then, your grace. Yeah, it's as we said. These sprites have launched an all-out front on the float. It's a war zone up here.
So why are they attacking?
And it's led by. Well, it's as we said. This is our home, and they have invaded. They're an outside force, and they're claiming to be theirs. It doesn't belong to them. It belongs to us.
What about hospitality? I'll sort of yell over the din.
Exactly. You hear from both sides.
You, as people here, should have prepared for guests. And I yell to the other side, and you should have been proper ones.
You shouting that to Carnation. Only Carnation can hear you from here right now. And they say, well...
Did you?
We technically got here second. They were here. They'd already invaded. We didn't even get a chance to invite them in.
Then it sounds like both sides may be in the wrong.
I need you to roll me another D100, Ben, as you're right in the middle of this. It's going to keep happening.
I can move back. It's... If it didn't work...
Roll me another D100 anyway. It did not work.
1.
One.
Whoa.
You're okay. You're fine. You duck away. No. One's, anything below a certain threshold is fine. You duck down, getting away from the action. But it is hell out there. And they say, look, yeah, hospitality, great. Trying to see them, making them see reason, fantastic. Images of Zybilna, woo, whoop-de-doo. They're not listening to any reason right now. That's why it's come to this. They only understand through violence.
Then leave.
And magical
Let us
tricks.
take care of it. Stop the fighting.
Leave and give up ground?
This
You know how
isn't
many
giving
we've
up
sacrificed to
ground.
get this far?
Exactly 3 trollops.
8 trollops, to be exact.
You said what was the leader of the Pixies?
Yes, I'm Carnation. I am the Captain Carnation here.
And then who's the
Leading
leader
the
of the
front?
Sprites?
3 That'd be Tarragon. He's all the way over there on that island. Points across.
What's this
Well,
blue
then-
Yeah,
circle?
she's-
What does this blue circle do?
Oh, those are teleportation pads that we've set up around the isle. They seem to be malfunctioning as a result of the magic that's being caused here, so they're pretty unpredictable. You may end up tactically retreating to a safe distance, or you may end up being thrown into enemy lines.
Oh, I want to step into it so bad. All right. Well, I'll go talk to the other leader. Tell your men not to shoot me.
Is there any Jabberwocky dung here?
Jabberwocky dung? Probably. I've seen the Jabberwock come by here. Usually we avoid this area during the Jabberwock's passes by their patrols. And then during that time, it must have been when the sprites snuck in and stole our home from us.
I do understand that the situation is likely that they were refugees.
Didn't seem like refugees. They got weapons, bows, arrows. No, they take this place by force.
All right.
Well, I guess I need to speak to this Tarragon.
Yeah, I'll brave the run through no man's land, Chris, and I'll hop over.
That's a big
Good
hop.
luck jumping that. Yeah, what the hell?
What? I can be from here.
This jump
That's only
is,
what,
as it says,
it's 15 feet. I got
15
that.
feet.
Yeah, I got that.
Hmm. You know. Okay. Well, give me a
What is-
D100 regardless. What's about to happen?
Yeah. 100. 39.
39. Okay. All right. You do manage to duck down. Woof. Whizzing spells and arrows fly over you as you leap across the gap here. Yeah. As you land, you see one of the pixies fall backwards, the body convulsing, and then suddenly they get turned into a potted plant.
Oh my
my
god.
God.
Was that the one that almost hit me?
He was about to like,
Yeah.
throw a spell at you. And then
Oh
you-
my god, I would have just died.
You see this sprite aims towards you with the bow and arrow, and he's like, "Freeze!"
Easy. I'm just here to parlay.
Parlay. Who are you?
I'm Esquire Vaike, Iron Body of Lilybot Keep, Monarch of the Witchlight Carnival, right hand of Zabilna.
His eyes kind of blink for a moment. Damn it! This is why we should shorten titles in war times. We need quick, accurate information.
And that is the most Feywild title.
he
To be
looks-
honest, having a title that long is Feywild as hell. Like, that actually adds so much relevance to Vaike, is having a title this long.
Anyways, where's your commander at? I gotta talk to him.
You do hear a sprite behind him saying, "All right, stand down at the diplomat approach."
Hey.
Welcome.
How's it going?
Welcome to the Floating Isles front. I am Major Tarragon of the Sprites, here to retake our
I thought, who is the sprites and who's the pixies? I'm losing track of who's who. He's a sprite. Okay.
Right, Pixies.
He's a sprite.
So,
Mm-hmm.
you guys lived here originally?
Yeah. We were just taking a break. When we returned, these pixies make out it's all theirs.
Hmm.
It was never theirs to begin with. It belonged to us.
Did you leave any sign of ownership here?
Oh, yeah, Zaelong said this was for us.
Can I insight that? Is that true?
And her word is law. Oh, you can roll an insight check. He seems to believe it, absolutely. And he's definitely on the right track when he says, like, her word is law. We need no official documents. Her word is enough. It rings true across the land.
That is true. And being her right hand, I understand. But seems like right now, with how turbulent Thither is, you guys are gonna need to do Zaelong's work, and you guys are gonna need to share this split space with the pixies for the time being. All right. So I'm gonna stick my head.
Oh, we're
back.
sharing, all right.
You guys, we can divide up the land. You have half, they have half. But right now, Zaelong's in trouble, and the last thing that she needs is a war on her doorstep. Okay.
That's a really good argument.
He looks. He does say these isles aren't big enough for.
Look, it's not gonna.
Pixies
be
need a lot of
permanent thing.
room to flutter and stuff. I mean,
It's-
sprites even. Sprites need a lot of room. We have a lot of gardening to do.
Look, it won't be a permanent
But,
thing. All right, but just temporarily until we can get Zaelong back, and then she can figure it out for you guys. But you guys gotta stop fighting. All right? Can you guys stop firing and just take a defensive position? I'll go tell the pixies to stop. Okay?
We'll stop when they stop.
All right. See, that's not what I wanted you to say. Now I'm gonna ask you one more time, please.
You-
Please. I just need you guys to stop firing spells. Take a defensive position. They will stop firing as soon as you guys stop, okay?
Take an offensive position, did you say?
Defensive.
A defensive position.
Sorry, it's just so much spells going on. It sounded like you said offensive. Give him hell, Spikes!
defense. Oh my god.
Give me a D100.
Oh my god. I hate these guys. Did I see any poop over here?
87. Well, let's resolve this first. The ground in a 10-foot radius surrounded on you becomes slick with ice. Oh no. Yeah, you hear the other sprite behind you said, "I told you to freeze!" And yeah, the ground around you becomes slippery ice. I need you to make a Dex acrobatics check. Tell me, you got any more of that? What's it called?
Nope.
Tactical? No, you don't. You're out. Jeez. All right. Well, over here you see everyone. Everyone sees Vaike suddenly slip up on the ice, falling out of sight.
I fall out of sight.
You fall out of sight from the rest of the pie. Yeah,
Oh,
because you're like you fall down from this. You're still on this island, on this rock, but you
Oh,
basically fall
okay.
down and land onto a lower ledge of the rock, and
Jesus.
and then there's a great billowing of smoke, like fog of war, that just like billows up. But yeah, you do fall down, slipping around on the ice.
I know Vaike has a chart.
As for like looking for, dung, can you give me a perception check? You were perhaps about to have a good view of the surroundings, but as soon as you fall flat on your ass, you kind of fall down and into this like crater that's just appeared slick with ice. It's like an ice ball, and you're just unable to see from this vantage point what's going on. And I'm going to jump back to the others whilst this is happening. Ulric, Notus, what are you guys up to?
God. Jeez, this is just war. People are turning
It's
to
all out
plants,
war.
legs turn into fudge. Dang, I guess we're here for the poop. Oh God, I want to like eat these guys, but I
don't let it win. Don't let the voices win.
yeah. I personally want to eat these guys. I don't think Ulric does, but dang. Okay, you know, I want to jump in one of these portals really bad. So
Hey, you can do.
So the portal would only, I would end up at one of these other portals, right? I guess as far as I know, I would end
Yes.
up at one of these other ones.
That's right.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna jump into it.
Ulric.
I'm gonna,
All right.
Why? You
Zuff.
don't need to be over there.
well, I don't know where I'm gonna be. I'm gonna look for this poop.
Oh, it's loud.
Oh God.
Apologies.
That's like the sound effect.
It's loud. It's so loud.
Why was it so loud?
Okay, that was my bad. It's tabletop audio being like, "Oh, you want max volume? Okay,
That was the most
no, it's fine."
like dramatic portal jump I've ever seen.
It was totally dramatic AF. Where did you end up, by the way? Oh, you actually did teleport. Hell yeah. Okay, so you appear
perfect.
right at the back where you see a sprite and a pixie ducking between cover. Like one pops their head out, shoots, ducks down. Then the other pops their head out, shoots, then ducks down. And you're stuck right in the middle of this. And give me a D100.
Big money.
You actually want low money.
You're gonna start above 50 now. Yeah, that's fine actually. You're good. You see these two playing and fighting it out, but yeah, you appear right behind the sprite. And he's like, "Ah, yeah, friend or foe?" He aims like a little arrow at you.
Oh, friend.
Oh, then get your head. Lift up that big rock. Maybe you can squish the pixie. You can do that for me.
Or maybe
There'll be a medal in it for you.
Or maybe we could take a non-hostile approach to war.
Pacifist. Very good.
Wait, so you're a medic?
Oh, yeah.
We got an injured one back there. And he points as you see a sprite like falling down out of the sky, like going into a barrel roll. He's like
Just smoking out of the sky.
lands in a skid. Yeah.
Is it
Falls
ironic?
into
Like
a crease.
there's Pixie and Sprite medics just like almost like bored, like going around picking up Pixies, like in Sprite's like.
Oh my god.
You see as they land, their wings have slightly have burnt away slightly from the sizzling fire. And he looks up at you like I don't think I'm gonna make it.
Jesus Christ. Oh,
Jesus. Who's you?
yeah, Jesus. Who's that? I don't know. You're gonna.
Are you here to read me my last rites?
Yeah. Or I mean, do you have any last words for like a loved one or something? I don't know if I can help you. I'm gonna be honest. I'm new. I'm not. I've never been in a war before.
Just tell Zybera I fought for her land and died for her.
Falls asleep but isn't dead.
Yeah. Start snoring.
I'm gonna like just like pick up the bunny and kind of like put it off to the side in the bush. Like, oh yeah, you'll be okay. That's wow.
My cow guy is the best medic. He kept me alive even after I started dying.
Do I see poop anywhere?
Give me a perception check.
That was a lot.
As you, what it was.
Ooh.
You go into this bush and you think this would be a good place to maybe like put some dung and like, hide it under a bush. In fact, it's such a good hiding spot that as soon as you play this sprite low and in cover, you see two gorilla fighting pixies with like this camouflage like marked all over their faces, completely like shrouded in the underbrush, and they jump out with little wands. With there's like a little strap around the wand, and like there's a magazine of like pixie dust underneath the wand, and they just start firing at you. And I need you to give me two D100s, please.
Just yell clown medic. Just yell.
I really love Ulric getting shot. I really,
Oh my god!
Yeah. I'm gonna add 50 to these because at this point there's totally no reason why they wouldn't just fire at you. So this one's 73 effectively. Okay, and then this one's a 58. Oh. Well, okay. Well, the first one hits you, and you end up falling back, like flying 60 feet off of the edge. But as you do, you find yourself sprouting magical pixie wings.
Oh.
And you have a flying speed of 60.
oh my god!
So you can fly now.
Okay.
Not only that, you see a tree sprout next to you with loads of magical good berries on them.
Oh.
And yeah, they look like they got great healing properties. And you see the sprite like with their mouth open. One of them like falls in, and then like they're like coming to. And they look like they're getting restored back to health. And as the pixies like approach forward, you see the sprite kind of get up from the unconscious state, starts to sneak up behind the pixie with like a dagger, like a dagger drawn, ready to like stab them in the back.
Kirsty wants to know if the pixie wings are literally pixie-sized on Ulric.
Because all I'm seeing is tiny.
I could fly as if they were big wings, but they're just tiny wings.
Oh my god!
I
Yeah,
like them being just
they
tiny
totally are.
wings.
They totally are,
Something
100%.
seriously
But
keeping
somehow
them
they
off.
managed to keep this raging bull aloft. Yeah, somehow. It's magic
How-
after all.
How long?
But yes,
did
you have
it
any
last?
little fluttering wings. As long as the spell fly. So yeah, it's usually about a minute or so, isn't it? Oh god. But you don't seem to locate any dung over on this island. But man, these pixies are just going at it. Notus, we'll jump to you. And where's Clapperclaw? I actually can't see them on the map, so I'll just drag them on, I think.
Still in the portable
Where
hole.
am I?
Yeah, they've been chilling in
yeah.
the dark.
They just forgot about you.
Just check out the portable
not
hole
good.
and out tumbles Clapperclaw.
I was taking a nap.
Oh, we can put you back in if you want.
Oh dear.
I have a question. How old is this floating thing?
How old is the floating isles?
Yeah, like how long has it been here?
Who are you asking?
Like I'm just
fairies?
it's a general
Or the
question to the audience, like anyone around. To
Oh.
the audience.
Oh, that's Clapperclaw.
Yeah, to the audience.
You look around, the blades of grass sort of the branches around the trees look old. There is some stone monolith that the kind of hint and maybe like an ancient structure was here once. And also there are sediments you can see, like levels in the earth, because they're floating rocks, right? So you can see the side of them. And so you would definitely recognize the earth's crust, like several different layers of sediments indicate that this is very old.
Because my brain is like, what if the islands are the poop?
Yeah.
Wow.
Like, she wants it because it's a good fertilizer,
That's a
right?
big
It's
poop.
like thriving. We can see all the plant life.
Clapperclaw's now looking at the bottom of his shoes.
Mm.
In them.
I mean, we know that
Doesn't smell
the
like poop.
Jabberwock like flies, and they say he comes around here on his usual rounds. Like, what if this is just his bathroom? This
Notus, please
They're
stop.
fighting over a bathroom.
they're quite literally fighting over shit. Are there any grounds to my theory here?
Not quite. It doesn't look like the land is made of shit. There is definitely stone and rock. The top layer is a little bit of soil, certainly, but that'd be a very thin covering or smattering.
All right. Well, in which case, can I ask Mischief to be like a sniffer dog and
Yeah,
see what he can find?
we can roll a perception check for me. Have a little look around.
What does that come under for him?
Wisdom.
It is wisdom. Oh, this might not go very well.
Um, 11. Okay, well, they definitely confirm the ground is not poop. They kind of like start sniffing around near one of these craters, and it does seem like soil, earth. There's a couple of worms in the soil that have been unearthed, and they just start like licking those off the ground, nom, nom, like eating worms. And I'm afraid not much help beyond that. And also, you can give me a D100 for mischief as he's hopping around trying to find something. Let's see what errant spell flings and hits them. 42? No, he's fine. As he's in the crater, he's kind of using it as a cover and spells flinging over his head. What about you, Notus?
I guess I start looking too, but I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Okay, make a perception check. As well as a D100.
Like my rolls
Oh
tonight,
my
you
God,
guys.
the rolls have been bad.
I think everyone's rolling.
Uh-huh. I think what happens is here a little bit cautious to go too far out because of these spells flinging and flying, and so you're more like restricted to one little section of cover behind this bush, and from this place you can't get a good angle. You could risk trying to go out into no man's land where you're probably sure to get hit, but you would definitely have a better look of everything else. But otherwise, right here and now, you don't find any dung. What about Clapperclaw?
I'd imagine now that he knows that he's not walking on dung, he's lying down on the ground enjoying the pretty light show that's going on above.
It's just chilling.
Okay. Slaying,
He's just like
watching as
all these
bolts
little
of
pretty lights
lightning
go
collide.
Yeah, through the air.
The Mediceem comes by and goes, "Are you down?" And then Clapperclaw goes, "No." And they go,
He's just
"Okay."
vibing.
Ooh. Yeah.
the pixies and fairies are like, wow, 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 wow. There's a child on the battlefield. And they suddenly freeze up for just a moment. And
turn the
you
lights
see
back on.
Carnation quickly flutter over. There is just a momentary ceasefire as you're laying down here. And Carnation's
Pixie
like,
stopped.
I'm sorry, it's not safe. They did for a moment, yeah.
Then I'm gonna yell at Tarragon. Hey, they
Like,
stopped.
it's not safe.
You should stop as well.
Baird conversing at the same time to Carnation, seeing Vaike and Ulric go down, like almost like fall off. It looks at Carnation and just says in the calmest, coldest voice Baird has ever let come out of their mouth, "If my friends get hurt in this, you will never know what happened to you or your people."
Roll an intimidation
Ceasefire
check.
now.
We already did. There's a child on the field of battle. We need to get them to safety. And you see them quickly sprinkling some pixie dust over Clabberclaw, and then they make you like hover away back into cover here. Like, it's for your own
Do they
safety.
manage to actually get all of him, or do they accidentally just get his body so his head ends up just like left behind?
I imagine they sprinkle enough on you that it does get your whole body, but
Okay.
they do look at you with a curious kind of stare, like, huh, hang on. Is there really a child in there? And they're like peering into your eyes. Curious. There is a moment where you, as you're talking to Tarragon, Vaike, he does say, all right, hold up, stop firing. And they do, they hold their fire. I don't know what you did to get them to stop firing, but I guess my word is law. I held my promise. We stopped because they stopped. And then as soon as Clabberclaw's out of the fray, you hear Carnation go, "Yeah, you'll be safe here."
Baird,
And then
Baird
they
has
flutter up
intimidated
and they.
Baird has rolled an 18 to
Yeah,
stop.
sure.
Like, stop.
Yeah, they heard you, and they go back up to the top, and they go, "All right, the child is safe, everyone. Resume firing. Non-lethal only." And now they switch their spells. They seem to tuck away their wands and switch to other spells. You heard her. Don't hurt anyone. Just crowd control.
Wonderful. Do I see any poop?
Not currently, because you fell down a slope of ice, and you need to make another dex check to get out of that. These guys are hell-bent on fighting each other. Okay, that does get you out, and you do see Vaike is absolutely uninjured as he clambers out the top of the. You see him dusting himself off from here, Baird, and he's completely uninjured.
I think Notus would have seen that Baird had actually drawn adage, like when he had said that.
Is there poop around?
The thing is, they're in a war zone as well, don't forget. And Carnation says, and by the way, if any harm comes to us from your side, we will consider you enemies and open fire as well. But right now, we have to do what we can. And Tarragon is the one who's to blame for this. Okay, give me another perception check.
Please.
You could have used that opportunity to talk.
And give me a D100 as well.
Oh.
We've talked with them plenty. They won't see reason.
We'll never find this poop.
You do see a spell fling past you. And you see all the flowers nearby you kind of twist into a knot. Have you what? Sorry, Bird?
To Carnation, he said, you could have used that opportunity to talk. And have you
Yeah,
used
and she's. Have you used a what?
a mediator? As in
A
having someone,
mediator. Oh.
like literally what Bear does all the time.
It looks like your mediator is having trouble. And Tarragon just isn't listening to anything. Hospitality be damned, it seems. Because right now, this is our home. And they invaded it. We're taking it back.
These are the pixies from the Pixie Village, right? They're not. Bear will go. No. What was the name of the pixies in the Pixie Village? It's just been so long in my brain.
Jeremy Plum?
Jeremy Plum. I will ask her if she knows Jeremy Plum.
Honey. They say, oh yeah, the deserters. If I ever see them again, they'll be court-martialed.
I love them.
By what court? Zabilna's? Us? The agents?
That'll probably be Zybilna's court, yeah.
So us. Currently?
You call yourselves agents of Zybilna. You may wear the crown of the Witchlight Monarch, but this is a war zone. Diplomacy's fallen apart. It feels like anything we've tried to say to them hasn't worked.
You don't know me.
Well, do your worst then, because right now, I gotta get back to blasting. And she fires off another spell in the general direction of Tarragon, which happens to be where Vaike is standing.
Baird will just go, if you keep firing,
And that's probably
I
what
can't
you...
talk to them. Sustained fire doesn't...
Please stop firing! They'll keep firing! We'll get mowed down! They'll push their offense! And you see like another sprite just fly past overhead, dropping like bombs in a long line. And as they explode, you see... Let's have a look. You see several of the pixies get polymorphed into snails. You see? They're behind enemy lines! And they turn around and they start firing at this sprite here who's like literally flown over behind enemy lines.
Baird will just look at Carnation with the greatest apathy and just go, I don't really care about land. I just want you guys to talk it out.
Yeah,
It doesn't...
talking has not got anything done, it seems, as she keeps repeating herself.
I'm just looking for poop.
And they keep saying, Tarragon won't listen!
I think
you know,
we
so
just
Goltic
look
hasn't had a
and
day.
leave. They're not gonna make a change.
Yeah. Hey, at least we got him to use non-lethal things, right? Can Sir Goltic look for some poop?
Yes, they can. Give me a perception check, but he needs to jump out of this hole to do that.
Yeah, he will.
And
He'll brave
that
it.
risks him getting into the fray. Okay.
Sir Goltic's a brave
And you can
man.
give me a D100 as well.
A 12! Did he
A
find
12?
some poop?
Okay. That is not high enough, I'm afraid.
Oh my
11?
God.
He's at least able to avoid some danger. 9, you've all rolled poop, I'm afraid. You've rolled poop on your poop checks. It's honestly just not not lucky. And it is a hard place to find poop with there being a absolute crap ton of spells flying all over the place. But you can give me in fact, you can all give me. This isn't your forte, I know, but an intelligence check.
Oh boy. Come
Oh,
on,
man.
Ulric. You're the
I'm
smart
good at
one.
those.
Rude.
Yeah.
Rude, but rude.
Rude but true.
Huh.
Okay.
Well, well,
5.
that's weird. I have a -2 to my intelligence. When did that get there?
Okay,
Come
bad.
on, Goltic.
That's good.
Use that big brain of yours. Come on. Yeah, Goltic. Woo!
So close, I got a 19 as well.
You got a
Okay.
natural 20.
So I'm going to give you this
Woo!
information.
Ooh.
I'll
Awesome
give you this
stuff.
information through Gloltic, who's kind of nearby you, Baird. And they're like, didn't you mention the rule of hospitality earlier, Baird?
Mm-hmm.
And they said hospitality be damned. Well, what are the other rules again?
The rule of ownership and the
Reciprocity?
reciprocity. Yeah.
Oh. If they won't listen to words, maybe we could show them a way to stop? Is there a way we can use one of the other rules to make them stop? Like reciprocity.
Okay. I will walk up to Carnation and like as she's sort of like firing off things, like as she's like reaching for like quote unquote reloading or anything, I will hand her a nugget of coal and look at her. Like I'll put it in her hand. As she's reaching
She
for
looks down
something.
and goes, huh? What's this for? Ammunition?
Baird just calmly
I
goes,
could throw this at someone's head.
Baird goes, for reciprocity.
Oh. At a time like this? Wait, what do you want from me?
I want you to parlay with me and Tarragon.
I can parlay with you, since you just gave me some coal, but I can't parlay with Tarragon. The only thing he's giving us is a butt whipping.
First, can I grapple with this guy?
Tarragon.
Yes.
You can certainly try.
Okay.
Give me an athletics check.
God damn it.
Oh no. He whizzes out of the grapple, looks down at you, and says, "What the? You just tried to detain me, soldier?" I call you soldier because you're clearly no diplomat after all.
Yeah,
You're an
got me.
agent of the Pixies.
I'm an agent
Come to
of
stop me,
Zaelong.
huh?
Through and true.
They look towards you, and they seem to regard you with hostilities. And 3 of the nearby sprites turn on you and fire their spells. Can you roll me 3
I
1?
will. Or before that happens, can I swap spots with my echo so they all miss?
So they all miss. You can probably miss out of 2 of these, but I'll still have you make roll me 1d100. I think so. I'm gonna add another 50, so it's 86.
Yeah, 50.
Oh, you too are polymorphed.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm
boy.
adding 50. Whenever it's like a directed attack, it's not just an errant spell that could hit you. It's like, all right, I'm hitting you with it. So you are polymorphed. As soon as you get hit, your echo also just gets like bombarded, but none of it does damage. It's just turning you, dispelling you. In fact, one of them is a dispel effect. So I'm going to say your echo is momentarily dispelled, and you get turned into a small little slug, and you land on the nearby mushroom. And yeah, as a slug, you have all the intention of feeding on mushrooms. They are your like delicacy, if anything. And these mushrooms look particularly vibrant and healthy. Some of them are even growing out of areas you wouldn't expect, like out of the rocks here and such. But yeah, you are a slug now, and you wish to devour mushrooms. But tell you what, give me one more perception check, because as your slug is moping around in these mushrooms, you might find something. What is the fucking perception of a slug? I don't think it's anything plus. I don't think it has any pluses. You're too distracted by the mushrooms to care what the mushrooms are growing in. So you start nibbling away. Let's go down back to Ulric, who is flying around, and you are currently in the middle of like a dogfight between sprites and pixies who are just like flying past you.
Okay. How high could I fly? How high up? Like, can I fly up high enough to like, see kind of like the whole land, the whole isle?
Yeah, absolutely, you can. Yeah.
Okay. Because
I'll say from this vantage point, I'll give you advantage on your perception check.
Yeah, looking for poop.
Okay.
Roll for poop. Okay.
poop roll. There are a number of growths all over the islands, but you don't see directly any poop. Like there's no like in plain sight just laying there poop.
Okay.
But there's a lot of foliage that might be obscuring your vision. Some of the islands are like tumbling over from the spells, and they're like rotating, and so you can't quite see on the underside of some of these islands where poop might be stuck to. But yeah.
I'll just float in the air. Or would I be able to land somewhere? Because I don't know exactly how high up I'm going.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd be able to move anymore.
Yeah, you can move anywhere you like. You're under the effects of the fly spell, so you got like 60 feet of flying. You can just
okay.
descend down to one of them.
Let me see. I don't think would I have ever like seen Vaike get turned into a slug? I feel like I wouldn't, because I feel like kind of happened at the same time when I was falling, or I guess when I was pushed off.
You saw him. You definitely saw like some spells hit him, but where he is now, he's probably a tiny slug nestled in a load of mushrooms. You saw the last place he was, certainly.
Okay, he's having fun. He's chill. I land like here,
yeah,
here. Okay,
sure thing.
I'll land.
As you're zooming down, back past the dog fighting, give me another D100.
All right. It's too easy. Ah!
Oh, a high roll. That's where things get interesting. 90. Is that 95?
Yep.
Okay, I am so glad you landed, because as you land, you see the little butterfly wings suddenly just dissipate as you are hit with the dispel magic. Yeah, if you was like flying here, you would have just fallen. It would have been very, very bad. But yeah, one of the nearby sprites are like, hey! And they're shouting like, cancel their magic! And she lets loose like a blast of nullifying energy. And yeah, you're caught in that blast, unfortunately.
It was fun while it lasted.
So no more flying for you. What? It got
For
you over
now.
here. Okay. We'll skip over to Notus and Mischief. You can have a turn of hunting or getting
Okay,
caught. in spells.
I'm gonna listen to Gultic in a weird way, and I'm gonna pull out a handful of buttons, and I'm gonna go around to each and every like sprite or pixie that I find and tell them it's a gift from the opposing side.
Brilliant. Okay. Oh, what's this gonna be? Let me check. There is a roll for it. Yeah. Okay. You need to roll me a deception check.
Oh no.
I know, but it's a thing.
A 12.
Have you got anything you can do to add to that? Have you got anything? Literally anything you can do. Oh, you have tactical mind as well. I completely
I don't know
forgot to
what
add this
that
to
is.
your sheet, but okay.
What does this do? What is it?
You can use a second wind to roll a d10 and add that check to your ability check. It's
Sure,
like
we'll
a
do
bardic
that.
inspiration,
We'll
but
do
it
that.
only works on yourself. Yeah,
Sure,
I'm
we'll do
going to
that.
add it onto your sheet. Okay, so just knock off a second wind. There you go, you got one left. Roll me a d10.
Okay, everybody keep your fingers crossed, yeah?
Yep.
Mhm.
Trying.
5.
That is a success. Yes. You
Why am
hand
I
these
being-
pixies these buttons, and like, because Vaike reminded you to use tactical mind.
I know,
It
I'm a slug.
still works. Notice the moment you hand this button, they're like, "Really? From the sprites?
Mhm.
What is this?
It's a gift.
Like, I know what it is. It's a button. It's amazing. I love buttons. A gift.
Who doesn't love buttons, right?
I love buttons." They start tearing up. We've been fighting for so long, I forgot what I even love. This is a beautiful peace offering. I will cherish it. And they seem to stop firing their spells and stop fighting. You can also get to as many pixies as you can in this.
Yeah, I'm literally gonna every
Right.
single pixie or sprite that I come across is getting a button, and I'm telling them it's from the other side.
Did you want to give one to Carnation? Like, they're in range
Yeah.
as well. Okay. So you head over to there and handing them a button.
The fanciest button that I
Really?
have.
You as well? They're like, you as well? Look, I don't owe you any trouble, but if Tara
Oh no,
keeps this up,
it's not. It's not from me.
it's not.
No.
It's from who?
Well, who loves buttons as much as you do?
Aragon?
I didn't know sprites loved Tarragon? I didn't know Tarragon likes buttons.
Everybody likes buttons, right? It's one thing you guys have in common.
Oh. She thinks for a moment. And she says, Tarragon has gifted us a button! Ceasefire! Ceasefire!
The two things that put an end to this war. There was a child on the battlefield that caused a ceasefire, and then buttons.
Yeah.
As a note, notice as you're approaching Baird, the swirling emotion colors were to a point that it looked like Baird was about to crack into pieces. Like the colors were almost splitting at the seams.
I'm
One
gonna
after
give
the
Ben
other.
a pat on the shoulder as I kind of pass, and I'm just gonna quickly look to Carnation and be like, "Would you like me to take a button to Tarragon too in response?"
Hmm.
I have plenty. I
Yeah.
just need to know the intention is there.
Yes, you can. Here, I'll trade you a piece of coal for a button, and you can give that button to Tarragon. Oh, they hand you Baird's
Great.
piece
Which
of coal.
button? I'm gonna hold out like a handful of buttons and let her pick which one she wants me to give.
Ooh, there's a little baby blue flower button. You can give that to them.
Baird will
Can
point
you
out
pick
which
it
one
up
it is.
for me, please?
Baird will point out which one it is.
Thank
Yep,
you.
they pick it up and hand it to you.
Lovely. I will go and deliver it.
Yeah, amazing. Mischief. As soon as they hear you shouting something about delivering something, they appear by your side, your faithful steed.
I am on my steed and I'm heading through the battlefield.
Uh-huh.
Can I throw up
Give me
a,
one last.
Can I throw up something to try to make sure? Like I will put myself between Notus and anything that happens.
Okay, sure. You want to just like try and take the hits? Is that
Yeah,
what you're saying?
Yeah, if something's gonna happen, I'll take it.
If an errant spell flies at you, you're like jumping in front of the bullets, basically. All right,
Yeah.
sure. In that case, Baird, give me a T100. You're good for now, but I will say, let's do one last little round with Clapperclaw and Sir Gloltik. Anything you would like to do just before Notus is making the treacherous march across No Man's Land?
Baltic is gonna look for poop.
I'm kind
Okay.
of being carried off right now, guys.
You were just carried to a little trench where you're safe. You feel
Okay.
light as a feather, though.
Oh, okay, I have
You're like
been put down, I
levitating.
wasn't aware of that. Okay.
Yeah.
You
They
can
just
still
dragged
look
you
up
into
at
a
all
safe,
spells.
like, bunk. Yeah, they just pulled you into the trench away from No Man's Land, that was all. But you're not being carried anymore.
I guess I just start digging.
Just digging in the dirt.
Okay.
It's like he knows that they're looking for
You
poop.
dig into the...
And what do animals do? They bury their poop.
Okay. Give me a D1. I mean, give me a perception check with Clapperclaw. Or, I can see they've got survival. I will also allow you to roll that as well, actually, since you are digging in the dirt.
Survival then.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
14?
It's so close.
I
It's
think
literally one off.
decent rolls like that.
You smell
Oh.
something in the air. It smells like dung, but like you can't seem to find it. It's like digging in the soil. It's like something like a magical poop is in the air, tantalizingly soiled, but where it is, you're not quite sure. You can detect its presence.
I can only find pigs and poo.
Oh, yeah, that's... I mean, it's a wartime. It calls for drastic measures.
You gotta go.
Wait.
You gotta go, yeah, you gotta go.
You put a child in a safe place, which was your toilet? That's very unhygienic.
Well, we buried it. We didn't expect you to start digging in the toilet.
It's pixie poop like chocolate or something. Like that's the question.
Is it chocolate?
I guess you could try it and
poop
find
is actually
out.
just chocolate. Yeah, that's it, Ulric. True, your words never spoken. Glolty can also make... Actually, Glolty could even help Clapperclaw if you wanted to do that. I'd let them re-roll, or you can make your own perception check.
I did make a perception.
Your
check.
choice.
You got an 8.
You got
Oh,
me.
okay. Then no, He's like, does kind of taste like chocolate, actually.
No, Gultic.
The bugs I was okay with, but that's just gross.
Oh god. Clapperclaw is just digging the poop. Will is everyone else okay for me to let Notus go again? Because they're on the hunt. They might be able to stop hostilities here once and for all.
Yeah, I'm chilling.
Okay. In that case, then Mischief, are you gonna leap? Let's see, what does Mischief have? Oh yeah, Mischief's long jump is like 20 feet.
Yeah.
So let me measure this out real quick. They
With
can
how
make
big
it to the opposing island.
Yeah. With how big Mischief is, can I have like hitch ride just so I can keep like getting in the way of spells?
He won't be able to make the jump if you're on.
Okay, then I
He's
would.
only just able to make it.
Then I would still.
And we squish me.
I would still try to make a vertical leap to get in the way of anything that I could.
A vertical leap.
Mm-hmm.
Roll me a D100.
Oh. The D100.
Uh-huh.
C8.
68. As you make a vertical, you do find you're able to like shoot directly upwards, higher than what you would expect normally. And you see at the apex of your jump, you see your little butterfly balloon flapping its wings rapidly, trying to keep you aloft and higher. And it's high enough that you just catch a spell that was about to hit Mischief and Notus, bear in mind. And it's the Entangle spell. So I need you to make a dex save as well in relation to this. But that could have been a showstopper as well. Okay. You are in basically brought back down to earth and land in this nestled tangle of growth. But you took the spell, making sure that they managed to leap across through the vines and skid onto the edge of the other platform. And with the rest of your movement, Mischief can dash you to Tarek, who is opening near a poor slug. And you can hear a screaming coming from the mushroom here. Who's like, oh god, he's eating me! Ah! As you see a Campestry's face being chewed on. Truly one of the horrors of war is taking place in front as the slug is like,
I'm imagining the most boring, like, slug eating mushroom video. Like, barely even touched it yet.
yeah. Yeah, it's like the tiniest nibble. But the Campestry is clearly having it up. And Tarragon even says, wait a minute. There's another one. Do you work with the pixies too?
No, I'm.
We won't hesitate to open fire.
Delivery person.
Oh,
I have a delivery for you.
All right, everyone, gather around. We got more ordnance. We're running low on magic wands.
No, this one is.
Do you here to resupply us with ammunition?
No, it's a gift.
Gift?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, from our general back home. He must be awarding us with medals of our bravery and honor.
Not quite. Open your hands.
Okay. We'll cautiously open up their hand.
And I will put the button in his hand.
Strange looking medal.
It's a gift. It's a button. It's from Carnation.
A button from Carnation?
Mm-hmm.
What
Picked out
Carnation,
myself.
I should be saying? You see him, like, trying to, like, hold back some emotion that he seems to be suddenly overcome with.
tears. Like
You don't like the gift. You don't like the button.
No, I don't. I don't like it. I love it. Who says
And then I
love
start
can't
handing them
lost
out
them on
to
the
everyone around
battlefield?
me.
Okay, you give out the little buttons
Be like, there's
one
a
by
button for you,
one.
and a button for you, and a button for you.
And this is like imagining Notus placing like flowers in the barrels of guns. It's like that scene from a very historical moment. You're just going around giving them little flowery buttons to disarm them of all their animosities and hostilities. And I don't need to make you roll a deception check this time because this truly is from Carnation. It's very true, and they seem to look around and they lower their weapons, let down their guard, and all around you see the spells come to a halt, and the fog of war is beginning to lift. Except instead of like grey, depressing mist, it's like pixie dust and sparkling fireworks. It's just all kind of glitter, just slowly simmers to the ground as the dust settles. They look around at one another who they've been fighting. And they say, "You like buttons too? I love buttons. Yeah, buttons are the best." And you see them going over to one another and hugging each other, making
This
amends. And
place up here could make a really good button production place. I'm just saying. If you work together.
Work together.
Pixie and Sprite
Oh.
Button Company.
that's actually a really good name for a button company.
Does have a ring to it. And at this point, with the battlefield kind of coming to a silence, you hear him kind of calling out to the other now, saying like, "What do you?" And she does flutter over and say, "This place could do with a fixing up. I think we've done enough damage. It's time to start." And they kind of meet in the middle of the two islands, fluttering. They seem to agree to a truce as they begin discussing this idea of button factories, or whatever it is you want to make. Yeah, they start planning out ideas like, yeah, we distribution center over there on that island, and well, that's where we could get all the pigments and colors. And they
Speaking of
start going
damage,
over finer
the extra-
details.
The extra distance I went up, was it enough to take damage when I fell to the ground?
No, your balloon seems to break your fall and flutter you, and it doesn't jump you to a height that you take damage. It jumps up and then basically glides.
What, like a Spyro glide? Like, I'm confused.
A Spyro glide, yeah, sure. The balloon basically is lighter than air, so it provides some break in the fall. When you
Okay.
land, you just are sort of let down into the entangle spell, which is promptly dispelled as well. Once the fighting stops, you're no longer
Vaike-
restrained.
Vaike is chewing on a mushroom.
What's this mushroom doing next to me?
Yeah, when you are no longer a mushroom, when you're no longer a slug, you realize you've got a mushroom in your mouth, and they're like screaming at you. It's a campestry who is saying, "Please don't, have mercy, I have kids."
Spores. He has spores.
I mean,
Uh,
yes,
you know,
I
part
have
of me wants,
lots of
part of me,
spores.
part of me wants to just keep eating because I got that slug instinct, but I'll pop them
Got
out
the slug in
of
me.
my mouth. I got that slug in me, you know. I'll pop them out. What's up, man? How's it going?
Well, I'm I'm doing a lot better now that I'm not being eaten.
What are you looking for? Why are you up here? You're just a
I can-
singular lone campestry up here. Don't you guys like travel in a pack?
That's true, I do. But this island is. Well, I used to be part of a circle long time ago, but this island decided to fly up into the air.
Mm.
I've been separated ever since. But there's some very good soil up here. Very good indeed.
Can you point out some of this good soil?
Fertilizer is. Oh, yes, of course. You're standing on it right now.
Oh no.
Am
You
I
just have
standing
to
in
follow
shit?
your nose.
Am I standing in shit, Chris? Is that what's happening right now?
You. Yeah, when you get to your feet in this little mushroom circle, you realize there's the biggest load of dung that the mushrooms have been growing in this
Oh,
whole time.
wonderful. Thank you, Campestry.
No,
Oh, I
that's
mean-
what I do.
Oh, yeah.
Campestries are too dumb.
Oh,
We thanked the
Yeah, yes,
Campestry
that's-
before, and they kind of went. They just were like, oh.
What if I returned you to a mushroom circle? Would that be all right?
yes, all right. I'm done growing on this stuff.
All right, here, hop on. I'll put them on my pauldron.
Whoop.
Make yourself at
Yep,
home.
he helps on.
Do I have like a bag or something to put this shit in?
A doggy bag, do you?
Yeah.
Just pick it up.
Just pick it up. Yeah, can I
Yeah,
pick
bare
it up?
hands.
Can I get a handful? Can I fastball it at Ulric?
No.
Wait,
Don't do that.
you kind of need.
You better catch it.
No, Vaike.
I don't want all of it. You said there's a
Do it.
massive pile of it, right?
There's like 10 pounds of dung.
Oh, 10 pounds. Yeah, I'm gonna fastball a handful at Ulric.
No, please don't.
It's fine. There's loads. It looks like
There's loads, yeah.
there's plenty more around these. The Campeshi says there's plenty more where that came from too.
Yeah.
And yeah, or came from poo. Yeah, you see. Go on, Aura, give me a deck save as a lump comes
Okay.
flying towards you.
Deck save.
Okay.
Or rather,
I
how
will
about
turn
Vic?
out
You
the-
just slip up on your own. It does look like a net one to me. You know when you
So
throw
I-
something so hard and it's like breaks apart mid-air. It's like as you throw it, loads of smatterings of it just fly back into your face from
I'd
from
like
throwing
to
it
think
so
that
hard.
I hit Ulric with it, but then I slipped while throwing it and I fell back into the shit.
Mm. Yeah, it's that too. Oh my god. Land
So we
back in,
both-
feel like
we both
covering
get
your
hit.
back. And Ulric, yeah, I mean, he gets you back for soiling his face. Good chunk of it smacks you right on the nose. And it's like
You know,
pie, it doesn't just fall away, it's like stuck to your face.
it's like magical, right?
Mm-hmm.
Don't eat it. Don't eat it.
Please don't.
All right, this is where we draw the line. Do not eat the poop.
I don't want. to, but
No, you don't.
No, you do not.
Do it.
Don't.
Just a taste. Just a taste.
Fake,
It's
don't
magical.
encourage him.
Can I eat some of it?
Make a constitution. Oh Lord, this is the lowest low. It's worse than a table, worse than swamp water. This is
Yeah,
Oh,
of course I
it's
rolled.
still
good
good,
still.
though.
Oh my god.
oh yeah. You get a taste for this.
Oh
Mhm.
Tell me he grows. Tell me he grows the size.
god.
Oh, God.
Oh, the properties
hate
of
this.
this are incredible.
It's incredible. It's
They
good for your
are
skin.
magically. Yeah, absolutely. It does taste fucking awful. It is still dung at the end of the day. But unlike the pixie poop, which is clearly chocolate, The Jabberwock
Clearly.
dung is something awful, something horrid. But you can't deny its magical properties are clearly infused with something. You know what? It's kind of how you imagine what, like, maybe Snicker Snack tastes like. Because if you imagine Snicker Snacks made by Zybiona, it's almost like as if the Jabberwock is maybe made by it as well. Who knows? But it is
Whoa.
somehow infusing you with magical qualities, and you do feel something grow in your belly, like it almost expands something in there.
There's something expanding in your belly. What?
What's happening? I'm gonna throw.
What's happening? Can we get
You-
back on task? What's going on?
you can totally voluntarily throw up a little bit because it fills
I
and
don't
expands
want
so
to.
much that probably. Oh, you don't? Okay, all right,
No.
no worries. It does feel like though there is something growing in there, like the fertilizer has indeed fertilized something.
What?
Jesus.
Is Ulric pregnant?
Dude, what's
Is
happening?
Ulric pregnant?
Is Ulric pregnant?
What's happening?
No,
What's going on?
God
He's
damn it!
pregnant.
I told you, what's happening?
God damn it!
God.
I didn't
Okay.
mean it like that. Went from scat fetish to vor fetish.
Yeah, I was gonna say this went this went
Let's go
really
back.
deep into the scat vor like category real quick.
Okay,
It
I'm
did.
getting. I'm
What's
taking out
happening?
my pouch. I'm taking out my pouch. I'm filling it with poop. Okay, that's what I'm doing.
Oh, all right, guys, let's go.
I almost got very concerned very quickly, and I was already concerned.
Oh,
My
Is it-
character's on the verge of panic.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, my companions are eating shit.
At least you know if anyone tells you to eat shit, you can say, I have, thank you.
oh my God, I'm gonna throw up in real
Holy
life.
crap.
This is
Oh,
perfect.
Okay, let's go,
You
guys.
can
We
take
fixed all the
inspiration for
problems.
eating shit, Ulric,
All right,
because that was
coming
absolutely
Junipers,
hilarious.
let's roll out.
Oh my god!
Did she say how much we
Um,
need to grab?
I almost forgot to mention. I didn't in game, but I will tell you out of game. Yes, she requested £40 of the stuff.
40
Um,
pounds.
Whoa.
We can put it in the hole. It's fine.
Yeah.
Oh. Do we have like a box in the hole?
Yeah,
So yeah, does
we do. We have a crate.
We do have a crate. Fill it up.
what was I gonna? Let me just get rid of these for a moment.
We also have the chest we originally got the hole out of in the hole.
Fill it up.
Okay, so there is scattered around the rest of the islands similar growths that the Campestry points out and says, "Look, see, that wondrous flower down there. It's known as a twilight reverie. I'm certain.
Can I go and grab
I'm
it?
certain there's more." You can make me a survival check to try and uproot it. Yes, and as you're doing so, you do sink your hands into a nice big fresh pile of Jabberwock dung.
I will help Vaike if it
Yeah,
I'm good.
nice.
I got it.
That's
I'm
a
in.
good success. Yeah. The earth is soft and, well, warm. And you manage to lift it out without damaging the stem or anything. And yeah, you harvest this flower down here. It's interesting. Not sure what a twilight reverie is. Campestry does say that I believe it has some sort of hallucinogenic. Is that how you say it? Hallucinogenic quality? But I've never eaten one myself.
I'm definitely not going to eat this.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
You can add one of those to your sheet for now.
All right.
And that's £20 of dung now.
All Right.
If you guys now take the time, now that the fighting is all over, you don't have to roll perception checks. Given enough time, if you spend it here, you can start digging through and uncovering and unearthing several more chunks here. One of them, the fairies have to help you with in rotating one of the smaller islands, because there's a big pile of it stuck to the underside, and as they rotate it around, you see it's there. And then there is another area that, in order to get to, you do need to jump through the teleporter. But the fairies find another chunk all the way at the top. And one of you needs to jump into the portal to get to it. It's an island
do it.
like far, far above, effectively. Like
I'll
up
jump in.
above the rest of them. Okay. Oop, that bear got lucky first time. And yeah, from here you can hop across and grab it.
Yeah.
But all in all, you do gather a good like 40 pounds of the stuff. Vaike, you end up jumping through and you end up getting teleported to the bottom one where Ulric was.
Whoa.
I actually set it to be like, so it's a random one every time. Like if you hop back through. Sometimes you'll go to the top one. Sometimes yeah, there you go. Finally went through to the top. And you can all gather it up.
Yeah.
The pixies have and sprites seem to have come
They
to some
never
sort of
ask
agreement.
they never ask who gave who what. They just accept that it happened.
It is. They do, yeah. They are getting along just fine and dandy right now.
It's like they weren't even fighting. Baird will ask Carnation, was your group of pixies, did you lose a village back in hither?
Haven't been to hither in a long time, but I think so. Yeah, that was the one that sunk into the swamp, right?
I know it's
I
not
heard about that.
much, but Baird will jump into the portable hole and pick up the little pixie house.
Oh.
And he will
They look at it. This is one of our homes.
I thought it would be important. I thought I could give it back to at least some of you. When the Pixie Village... When the ones who went to the carnival come back, they'll need a home to go to. Can I count on it being the one here with you all?
They nod. This can be the start of the Button Village.
Baird will find like the best sort of spot for the building to kind of like be stable and be placed, and like using the fact that we're bigger sizes, like make sure its foundation is set in a really good spot, and either set it up in a little bush or on a little column or wherever it would be best.
Yeah, I like it on the column. It definitely works there because it's a nice flat surface that you can sit upon. And they all kind of gather around it. This is perfect. Yeah. It's just like home. And we will cherish this. And it'll be the start of a new home. For sprites and pixies alike. No more fighting. And they all hold up their own little buttons. We've each got. You had enough buttons for all of them, I hope.
Here's an idea. They all start shingling the roof of the center house with buttons.
Oh, yeah. I like it. That's perfect. Little button windows on hinges. Little button pathway. Yeah, they totally tile up the rooftop with buttons. It's the most colourful little house you've ever seen. And the pixie and the fairy go inside to consummate this new, this new
Village.
peace treaty.
Yeah.
Yes, and village. There we go. Perfect. It's a nice little touch. The Campeshi's like, oh, what a beautiful end to a tragic conflict. You know, I would have just suggested that one comes here during the holidays and the other one, you know, comes during the off season. But this is
No.
perfect. This is even.
I think they could have been friends the whole time.
Evidently. They are gonna. Have you still got any more pixie dust? Do you need any more pixie dust? Pixie dust. Hey, do you
I
need any
never had
pixie
any.
dust to get back down?
Yeah, I'll take some pixie dust to get
Once-
back down.
Okay. Yeah, they flittering some pixie dust over you all. You're able to just float back down effectively, or just fly. You could fly all the way back to Terrace Town with that.
I think anyone who like doesn't jump off immediately would see a moment where Baird is looking over the edge of this like effectively cliff, and there is some like trepidation in the way that he's just standing there like over it, like just quietly like looking down.
I guess Notus, you would see a darkened aura around Baird. And
Nice.
a growing darkened aura.
Vake's going off the cliff. Like Kratos.
Of course you are.
You know, Bird, if you're afraid to jump, I can give
Oh,
you a
brilliant.
push. Sometimes taking the step is hard. Push sometimes helps.
we have like flying, right? Like just like a fly speed?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
then,
with
I'm doing,
pixie dust, you do have a flight speed.
I'm doing tricks in the air.
Baird sort of looks at Notus and just says in that calm, quiet tone, "It's just not the first time I've looked over a cliff like this. It's a little different."
Beautiful view, though.
That's what I thought that time, too.
You don't like heights?
I don't want like what they make me think about doing.
And what is that?
Come on, guys. The air is getting cold. We have to get back before Garreth gets out of that stupid dollhouse.
Imagine Mischief is literally just like swimming through the air.
I imagine Goltic, come on.
Okay. Yeah. Bed, you finally
Yeah.
take the leap of faith. The pixies give you an extra dose and kind of glide either side of you, like one on either shoulder. Sort of like a flying formation, like you'd imagine they would be if they were doing a bombing run, but in this occasion, it's more as a supportive and encouraging role. And yeah, they're giving you an extra dose of pixie dust all the way.
I think Notus would have seen Baird
And
literally like screw his eyes shut before he forced himself to walk.
all right.
How long does this
And
pixie
as
dust
you
last?
descend back, pixie dust. So I'll look.
Like a minute.
It's for yeah, it's like a minute. Yeah, you can fly 30 feet and the ability to hover for a minute. And if you fall, when the effect ends, you fall safely to the ground, taking no damage. So I do imagine that you spend more than a minute doing loops and twirls, and then realizing it's coming to an end, instead of like panicking and falling straight down. The fairy dust does gently lower you, but it seems like your fun is over.
Oh,
The
And
Campestri at least appreciated it too. He's like, "Wee!" Oh!
was he flying around too?
I noticed Baird
It
didn't
was on your
answer his
shoulder, right?
Oh, okay. Or did they give him his own pixie dust so he could fly around?
That's true. Yeah, I suppose he would catch some wind. He's just like la 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 la. But anyway, you make it down to the bottom safely,
Awesome.
and they say, and here, Carnation says, you can have some for the road too.
Hmm.
I think they give this to you, Notus, since you're the one who came up with the idea to give the button in the first place. Here you go. Pixie dust. You pouch it up in a little satchel for you. It's like a little medi pack. It's like, like a wartime satchel, but instead now it's just got pixie dust in it. All right.
All right, let's
With
let's
that,
stop by the
you've
mushroom ring. Let's drop off this little campestry.
okay. Yeah, sure do. Sure can. Was I going to say anything whilst you were up here? Someone was enjoying the view. Yeah, quickly rewind a sec. Whilst you are, as you say, enjoying the view, you can all make perception checks because you're flying down. You see a vast distance over the forest of Thither, and you might just spot some other landmarks as you're hovering down.
God, I.
No?
What about
Okay.
Ulric? Come on, Ulric. You only got a minus. Only got a -3 to it.
Not too
Hey,
bad.
Goldtick's got some eyes on him though.
Yeah, that's
too
good.
bad.
Ulric see something.
Ulric got a 15. Not too bad for Ulric.
Ulric, you do spot something, and as you do, Gloltic's also mentioning it to the rest of the group as well. And he says, "Hey, you see that strange tunnel? There's a bunch of animals and critters going towards it too." And yeah, Ulrich, you can see a lot of little like bunny rabbits and hedgehogs and deers and all kinds of little critters. And they seem to be kind of forming this congregation, and they're all hopping or skipping towards this tunnel in the trees. And all the trees are kind of bent over, forming like this long tunnel into the forest, basically. I'll try and find you some art for it, but actually, what have I got? I've got it right here. Here you go. That's what you see on the map. And there's all kinds of little animals just heading towards it. And they don't seem to be in a rush or anything. Some of them look to be going as like little families. There's like, a family of foxes. And they kind of stop and wait for one of the smaller foxes to catch up as they're frolicking in the grass. And then once they're finished doing that, they catch up to their parents, who then seem to be escorting them inside.
Yeah, there's a bunch of little animals running through a kinda creepy tunnel of trees. I don't think we gotta pay it much mind though.
Normally that sounds like it's right down our alley, but
But we
I
got all
kinda-
this. We got all the dung.
yeah,
First things first.
Mhm.
yep. So I feel like we got to go back first.
Yeah. We gotta go back.
Something to note, at least. Bower. You notice this Bower Passage. That's the one I want to call it. Bower Passage. So heading back to Loomlurch, yeah?
Yep, and I think Baird is, for once, he doesn't have his loot out. It is completely silent.
Interesting. Okay. All right. In that case, then, anything else you guys? Oh yeah, the fairy ring. Along the way, you can stop off and deliver the campestry. No problems there. And
Oh yeah. Take care, Campestry friend. Stay safe.
well, I'm back home.
What's your
And
guys'
the fairy
song?
ring is.
It's the Country Roads one, right?
Yes, that's our song. But wait, I think you're from a different mushroom ring. The other ones say, but don't worry, we can get you there.
Oh yeah, there you go, guys.
There was one missing from. Which one was it? It's one over here, somewhere down the bottom, near. Yeah,
And they tell us that
so they can. Yeah, they can tell you the song to that ring. It's probably something like equivalent to Sweet Home Alabama, but Sweet Home praise me. Lord, I'm coming home to you. And they jump through the ring and boom, pull through and reappear down at the bottom.
Well, that's my good deed for the day. Now I need to punch someone for my bad deed for the day.
So close to punching Tarragon.
Ah,
Okay. Oh, we got 10 minutes left. Yeah, I think we can get back to Loomlurch in record time. If you're retracing your footsteps, it always feels like it's faster than exploring a new uncharted place. Almost as if you're drawing upon a memory, and picturing that memory seems to just almost transport you there, like jumping into a painting. And before long, you find yourself right back at the rotting wood of the trunk, of the hag's lair. So, when you return, Chucklehead does kind of greet you. Oh, actually, did anyone get above a 23 on the perception? No, they didn't. Okay.
above a 23? You know who you're talking to?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, never mind. You're good.
We don't have a perception jack with us, unfortunately.
It doesn't seem that way, no. Sadly.
I
Okay.
could
But
Yeah.
yeah,
Galtic an inspiration if you want me to, but
no, this is something you wouldn't know about. It's fine. So, okay, you return back. Chucklehead lets out like a hearty chuckle and waves towards you guys. Says, "Oh, welcome back here. You're We smell of candy and wait, do I smell something else? Is that dung? Oh, Scabatha will be pleased. You might have a little bit of, and he kind of points to his mouth as he's looking at you, Ulric. You got just a little bit of a.
Ugh.
Wait, you didn't. No, 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 you couldn't have. Did you eat some of that?
Don't talk to me.
You're crazy. But that's okay. I like crazy.
Yeah, we're gonna go find Scabatha. We're gonna go find Scabatha, right, guys? Let's go.
Oh yes, head on in.
Yeah. I don't want to be closer than I gotta be to that guy.
Just tell me, how was it? He's calling out as you crossing the bridge. Oh, no.
Just walking away, just, like covering like the side of my face with my hand, just having my head down.
I would say at some point, Bear does pull Vaike to the side away from everyone else, and he just calmly asks, Vaike,
What's up?
why do you keep trusting me?
Or do I keep trusting you? I don't know. Feels like the right thing to do. You know, you get those butterflies in your stomach, you know? Just got a feeling in my gut.
Butterflies on your head.
I do got those too. And also, I got this tattoo on my arm. It says, don't forget bird. I don't know where it came from, but don't forget him.
Why do you think you would have that?
I couldn't tell you why, but, every so often, I don't know how I got a lot of my scars, so, maybe the tattoo is just kind of one of those, but your name's Bird. My arm says trust Bird, and if there's one thing I trust, it's my arm.
My God, so big.
Everyone ahead of us, I trust them all, including you, and including the guy that's over in the creepy dollhouse upstairs, and the pumpkin. Maybe I trust too easily, but it's got me this far, so.
All right.
I'll pat you on the back, be like, anytime, pal, with my head in.
All right. You head in. Pincushion greets you all.
I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna kick my feet up on the table.
Oh, you're back quicker than I expected. Oh, well, welcome home. I mean, some of you, it's your home. Clapperclaw.
Nope.
And, what have you got for Granny? Something I need to let her know?
A whole bunch
We
of
have
shit.
a Jabberwock dung.
Oh.
I really love the two character dung shit.
Oh, well, don't track it in the house. Oh, get it all dirty. All right, well, why don't you meet me out in the garden, and I'll get Granny to come outside as well.
All right.
Okay.
Last one there's around Juniper.
Sure enough, Granny heads on out. Scabatha flies down on her. Ooh, rocking horse. Oh, actually,
She's flying?
I'm just trying to remember what would happen down in there. I don't know what whether Granny would be or wouldn't be here, depending on Gareth's actions. No spoilers.
So do
But
we just
maybe
pause
here is actually a
here
good place. I
as we
think
wait for
so.
Granny?
Yes, I think here is a good place to sort of end it anyway, because I don't even know whether Pincushion would be here technically. So I guess returning to Loomlurch is actually a better place than any to pause and find out what unfolds within the dollhouse as Garreth searches for his sister, long lost for 8 years it's been, and I hopefully with the promise of Hannah's freedom for having retrieved this dung, hopefully doesn't get into any trouble for it.
So we just like chilling in the
And
garden. We just like unloaded all the poop and
I
I'm like,
thi-
dang, where's
Yep.
Pincushion? Where's Grandma?
Precisely, yeah. I think we'll find out where they are at the beginning of next session. But yeah, till then, you might even be able to talk to little maliciousness over here while you're waiting. But I think there's a good place that as any to wrap up tonight. So yeah, good job on getting the poop, ending hostilities, and yeah, you've got another little thing to add onto the list. Potentially allying with a dryad who says she will lend you her magic should you be able to help out a grandfather tree. She can infuse its seeds with her magic to aid you effectively. So we'll see how that goes. For now, we'll say goodbye to these guys and catch you all next week. Bye bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.